Hi, friends, and welcome into the firm of Harris and Marang. Patrick Harris with you. That's me. To my left is Danny Marang. Casey Smith over there on the ones and twos, keeping the beats rolling for you on this week. Happy little Thursday. We've made it officially. You know, I like to say that on Fridays, but it's Thursday, and well, nobody works tomorrow.
Hooray!
Hooray! Came all the way home for one day.
It's your fault.
It does land on me. It really does. I had a little vacay planned months ago when I put in my time off request. I did not quite realize. I knew we celebrated Juneteenth here as an Odyssey station, and I knew we'd have the day off, but I did not piece together that it was this week. So when I put my FTO in, I was like, you know what? I'll work Thursday, Friday. It'll be totally fine. And we have tomorrow off.
That's
so I'm here. I'm here.
That's how it works, man.
It feels good to be home.
Don't lie.
The trees are green. It's not the desert. Like, you have to remember, Southern California is a desert.
How's the water?
I did not go in the water.
What? I was talking about the drinking water. What do you
mean?
Why
lush.
did you not? Why did
Very
you not
lush.
go in the warm bathwater ocean?
Because I think I just sat around all day and drank. Watch World Cup.
You can do that in the water.
Yeah.
Ay.
I don't know. I'm not. California beaches ain't quite my jam. We were in Malibu and the waves were pretty good.
Whoa. Some of the best beaches on the world aren't your jam?
Nah, man. Nah, dude.
Explain.
I'll take Hawaii beaches. I'll take Mexico beaches. Yeah, just not my thing.
Okay.
I'm not a big Southern California guy. My dad was born there. My grandfather was born there.
Yeah, no, you like a crappier coast. I know.
No, that's not true. I'm
It
West
is.
Coast for life. I just prefer the Bay Area or San Diego.
San Diego is Southern California.
Yeah, but San Diego's cooler than LA.
It's still Southern California.
I like San Diego
That's
more.
fine, but it's still Southern California.
Yeah, fair.
What are we doing here?
Well, if I had to choose one, I would choose San Diego.
That's fine. I'm not going to argue with you on that.
So what are you arguing me with?
You said you'd take the Bay over Southern California.
Oh, yeah, I love going to the Bay.
That's disgusting.
I love going to the Bay.
The coastline sucks. The city sucks. The weather sucks.
You missed me, didn't you?
Golly. I told him yesterday, I was like, this isn't fun. I don't have anybody to bully here.
Yeah, well.
It's unbelievable.
I've learned not to take it, too, so. I'm in too good of a mood to ruin this, dude.
What's that like?
You can't ruin this.
Phew, you want to swap?
Like chairs? I'm not logged in.
No, moods.
I'm probably good on that. I probably don't need that. Why are you in such a poo-poo mood?
Because I walked into my car and somebody broke into it.
But they didn't steal the good stuff?
Oh, thank God. Thank God. But it's so violating, dude.
I was just saying, it's kind of like being walked in on the bathroom when you're going number 2. You're just like, oh, no.
See, I get over that. I don't care.
Yeah, you'd probably do it in the open anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I have. So it's just, it just pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, getting your car broken into is a pretty big violation. It's strange, but not strange.
Especially where I live. Like, that's not something that really happens over there.
But I will say it's strange that your car becomes so
personal.
So personal. It's your own space. You know, like my car doesn't fit all 3 of our kids comfortably. Like, we can do it, but it's a little tight. So we take my wife's car, and I always feel so weird driving her car. It's a nicer car than mine. It's a great car.
But it's not,
it's not,
yours.
quote unquote, my car. Yeah, so it weirds out.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't take, nothing that I've noticed so far. The whole car was tossed. I mean, the center console, the little glove box, the back seat, they took some workout gear. They took some shoes. The thing that pissed me off, the night we got engaged, the restaurant gave us a little note, the card. It was the first thing on it. It said the Marangs. There's a gift card in it. They took the gift card. That's whatever. But the letter that was in there and the envelope is all tore up. It's like, just kind of, that bummed me out more than anything. And I never get my mail. I'm so bad about this. I don't think I've gotten my mail since February. There was a lot.
You might have mail at the post office.
No, there was no tag in there.
Oh, okay.
But it was like I had to pull it out of that slot. It took some effort. It was stuffed in there really hard.
We are so bad at grabbing our mail that I make sure to leave some sort of present at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
For our mail carrier.
But I had all of the mail in the back of my car. I had just gotten it the day before, and it was just tossed everywhere.
Well, they're looking for dollars, dude.
Yeah,
they're
it's
looking
just
for
like
dollars.
And
what is a car thief gonna do with $25-$50 to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Flip it.
Probably tried to go give it to somebody for drugs.
Yeah, get $10 out of the $50. Call it a day.
But like that part of it doesn't bother me. It's just, like I said, it's a little sentimental thing, and the fact that the car was tossed. Now I've got to watch my bank accounts because I'm pretty sure there was probably a statement or two in there in the mail. So I've got to make sure that.
Well, I don't think they have your full account numbers or anything, though,
look,
right?
I had my identity stolen once, man. I can't do that again. So I've got to check it multiple times a day for the next couple of weeks and just make sure. But again, my sunglasses were in the visor, and they didn't grab those. I go to the driving range a ton, so I keep my clubs in the back pretty regularly. My golf clubs, my push cart, my shoes. Like there was stuff back there could have really messed me up.
The valuable stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't have my gear bag in there, thankfully, which has a lot of stuff in it. Like that would have been a pricey thing to replace. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff in there that
also would have been more of a concerning thing at that point,
yeah,
too.
for sure. So it's just it sucks, dude. More than anything, it's just a violation because I lock my car all the time, and for whatever reason, like I think the battery's going dead. I just don't think it locked. So
I never lock my car.
I wouldn't say that out loud.
I wouldn't announce that to a
Yeah.
large sum of people.
Yeah, as Bob Uecker said, don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I told Tiff, I want to sit in a tree or a bush with a rifle tonight and see if anybody comes back.
Would they come back? I
don't
feel
know.
like that would be a poor choice.
The double back is never a smart
Never a
move.
good idea, no. No, it's like, I feel like there's a movie like that where somebody robs a bank and then goes back to rob it the next day, and they're like, really? That's stupid, and they get arrested. I think.
I've mentioned this before. There's a bank in Beaverton. It's the most robbed bank on the West Coast. At least it was like a decade ago. And it's like 5 blocks from the police station.
That sounds like an inside job.
It's like if you ever go into it, I think it's a Key Bank now. I can't remember which bank it is now. But if you ever go in there, there's like bulletproof glass everywhere. It's like, what? Like, why is that bank getting robbed that much?
Yeah,
I don't understand why. Again, it's just down the street from the Beaverton Police Department.
What makes banks easy and not easy to rob?
I would imagine the perceived location and your ability to get away into neighborhoods or something along those lines.
Do you think they think
multiple
that
routes of egress and ingress?
they'll never get robbed because the cop station is 5 blocks away?
I don't know.
So they're like lax on their security?
They're definitely
Also,
not.
have you ever seen a security guard at a bank and been like, that guy scares me? Not often.
They're usually old retired cops.
Not often.
Yeah.
Or largemen, but not like UFC fighter largemen.
But there's been a couple banking institutions I've gone into where
You see a dude.
you see a dude and you're like, yeah, he's seen some things.
If I walked into a bank and saw a dude and he was the guy, that would be my bank. I would go to that location.
I would
all the
feel
time.
so much safer.
So much better.
Oh,
and I'd
you're
say hi to
guarding
him.
it? I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'd say hi to him every day, probably dap him up,
Meanwhile, Dale, you're like, you can guard the refrigerator.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dale, you're on the break room.
Yeah. Sorry,
Dale's already in the break room.
Yeah. Sorry to all you Dales out there. If somebody's named Dale, we all have the same image in our head.
Yeah, probably.
We probably have the same.
Yeah, I've got an image.
Paul Walter Hauser.
Yes, nailed it.
Well, it's one of those older names too that nobody under the age of 50 is named Dale.
It's not a bad name, though.
No, I don't think it's a bad name at
Is
all.
Dale short for anything?
Daleson.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple.
Dalethan.
There's a couple names that are like that, like they're short, and you're like, is that short for something? It's like, nope.
No, Dale doesn't have a connotation to it like Chad does, or Karen or anything like that. But I think it's an older name.
Yeah, Dale's standalone. It's Old English, meaning valley.
Yeah, I think it's an older name that is probably not quite made the rounds of like
Recycle back.
yeah, the generation just like I've got a good buddy whose son is named George. And you're like, "Oh, awesome. I love that."
Little Georgie?
Yeah, such an old school name that kind of like maybe disappeared cuz I don't have really any friends named George.
No, a lot of Jorge's.
Well, yeah, but I
different.
don't got a ton of friends named George, and so you see that and you're like, "Oh, right, it cycles back around,
I think George. What's the first name that comes to your mind?
Costanza.
Washington.
Foreman.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of fun. As I'm saying, like name connotations always have a thing, like what you think of. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I know any Dales. I don't even know if I know older Dales.
Also, how did we get Chuck out of Charles?
I don't know.
That's one of those ones where I'm like, how did you make that?
How do you get Dick out of Richard?
Yeah, that's another one.
Jack is a nickname for John.
Yeah,
For
well,
Jonathan.
Why?
I don't know.
Like I don't understand. Like
Bill and William.
Yeah, like why did you go Bill instead of Will? Was it somebody who just couldn't say Will and Will?
Yeah, like a little baby.
Yeah. Oh, you're Bill. Oh, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know. And how come Trick never came from Patrick? It's just Patty. Patty.
And Pat.
And Pat. Oh, God.
I'd
rather die.
Good old Pat Harris.
If you were in a Western, would you go by Trick?
In a Western? Nah, I think you'd have to be real good at gunslinging if you went by Trick, you know. Old Trick Harris over there. Fastest gun in the West.
See, that's got a ring to it.
Or you have to be like 1920s. And Trick Harris hits a double into the gap and Mantle scores. You know, you might have to go that route. Old-time baseball nicknames, that's when you get away with Trick. If you walk up to somebody today and I was like, hey, I'm Trick, they'd be like, okay, and turn around and walk away. Like people with nicknames like that, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my buddy Trick, he's so rad, you'll love him. It's like, I'm good. I'll probably just take a pass on that. Maybe, you know what, if he's so great.
Almost like a street name.
If he's so great, you know what? You keep him.
Yeah.
You like him so much. Why don't you have him all to yourself? I don't want to get I don't want to get involved. I don't want to take away from your bromance. Why don't you love that guy and I'll go somewhere else?
Have fun with it.
Oakley dokley, we got a great show for you today on Thursday. It is a 10 Toes Down Thursday. We're a little modified today. We'll do 10 Toes Down at 12:30 today because Rob Stone from Fox will join us at 12:15, talk a little World Cup action. He has been having, I swear, the time of his life when I watch him on TV, so it'll be exciting to catch up with him. There's some baseball news to get to, some NBA stuff news to get to, some college football to get to, all over the place today, and we'll take a look at USA Australia in the big nooner as well. But let's have fun. You guys said that you left the World Cup on the plate for me to nom today, and we'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan and the Fan Sports Network. 10:18 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it. We are live from the shadows of the historic Fremont Bridge. 503-864-6326. It's a fan text line kind of day. Get those in. If they're fun, we'll read them on the air. There's also the YouTubes. 1051 The Fan is the channel. Like, subscribe, jump in the chat. But be nice to each other out there. This texter telling me I have two friends who just named their newborn Alfred. Banger name, dude. Excellent.
Are we going with Alfie?
You can go Freddy. You can go Al.
Alf?
You can do anything with it. Alf? Alien life form? Isn't that what that stood for?
Yeah.
Is that why he was named Alf?
Which is kind of funny coming full circle now because, aliens are real.
Aliens are real. I love the name Alfred. I'm going to text my wife that. Not that we were having children. That would be a terrible
big Batman
idea.
fan?
Big Batman fans, maybe, yeah. Yeah, which Alfred is the best Batman?
Michael Caine.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not close. Can you name the other actors who played Alfred?
No, but the original guy, when he would do
The Michael Keaton one?
the Michael Keaton ones,
Yeah.
when he would do like Pepsi commercials, I always kind of liked those. Yeah. He had that like non-verbal comedy timing that I thought was excellent. But it's probably Michael Caine.
Yeah. As far as the acting,
Yes. Who is Alfred in the Robert Pattinson movies?
I don't even remember.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
Oh, it is Serkis.
And he's
Awesome.
Also a great choice.
he doesn't miss.
Who do you have to nail in Batman? Do you have to nail Alfred or Commissioner Gordon? Like
You have to. I think you have to get Gordon better.
You have
than
to
you
get Gordon better than Alfred?
Yeah, and I mean, Oldman was
Gary Oldman's pretty good.
that's doesn't get better.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Doesn't get better.
Who's Gordon in Michael Keaton's? Oh, he's like the fat guy, isn't he?
Yeah, God,
Yeah, it's
they,
not that
they went
good.
they went cartoony with it.
Yeah, they did.
That was the thing is like that was the first like superhero like full spectrum movie that Hollywood really invested in outside of Superman.
And then did Pattinson's Commissioner Gordon, is that the guy who did the TV show? The Gotham TV show?
No, Circus?
No. Who played Commissioner Gordon?
Oh, Commissioner Gordon.
Because there was a Gotham TV show. Did that guy end up crossing over?
Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, it's Jeffrey Wright
Yeah.
in Pattinson? Well, I like him. Mm-hmm. I like him in everything.
He's really good.
I like him in everything. I used to work with a guy who found out his identity had been stolen because his credit score went up.
That's tough.
That's brutal.
I
Like,
found
wait a
out my
sec,
identity
no.
was stolen because somebody bought a boat when I was in Afghanistan. Slightly different situation.
I like the concept of buying a boat.
It's like,
I
wait,
stole this guy's identity and I'm going to buy a boat.
and they gave it to him. That's the messed up
Hey,
thing.
you got good enough credit, dude.
Freaking 19 years old. Like, what are you doing? What is the interest rate you got on that?
See, I don't even know if I am mad or just impressed, you know?
Had to fight that in court for 6 months.
My wife and I, when we bought her car, we got a better deal on it. And it was like, oh, credit score. And I was like, I turned to my wife and I high-fived her. I was like, good job, babe.
There you go.
For having a better credit score than I did. And the guy looked at her and he goes, actually, it's you. And I looked at my wife and went, nah.
Yeah.
I just made fun of her for 2 weeks.
Hide the money, y'all.
There's Paul people around. The World Cup is in action right now. Czechia on top of South Africa 1-0. South Africa might be the worst team in all of this whole shebang. They love getting cards. Some fun things. I don't know if you guys noticed some fun things going on. I can't get over it. So the games themselves have been fantastic. You know, there's a lot of storylines to talk about. Brazil, Morocco was a good game. Messi is on fire. Portugal sucks. Spain sucks. But have you guys seen a lot of the fan stuff that's going on? This I cannot stop watching. The Scots have outdrank the city of
Oh, yeah,
Boston.
no, we went into this. They drank them dry.
They almost cleared out all of Boston Lager at Sam Adams, the brewery. Like, they make it there. That's the second largest independent craft brewery in America.
Yeah.
Is Boston Beer Company.
We went through it. There was numerous bars who said that they sold 2 to 3 times what they sell on St. Patrick's Day in Boston.
That's so nuts. And the Scots have, like, they wake up and they get outside their Airbnbs and just start playing bagpipes at
6:30
like
in the
6
morning.
a.m.
The best are the interviews because then you have a bunch of Scots just complaining about, there's nothing to drink but Bud Light.
Yeah, they're like, dude, I'm out of here. This is so dumb. I'm also a big fan of the Norwegians right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the row and the,
The row
boat.
up
the
this
row and the
escalator?
boat is so good.
Did you see the Brits in Texas?
Dude, they are leaning into Texas. They got cowboy hats on. They went to a rodeo.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, we talked about this. Like the whole idea, like of the Brits when they come to America, it's like New York, L.A., Miami, all that. But when they end up going to the South and they eat barbecue and they eat, there's this one guy that dropped an F-bomb out 37 times on a live TV interview, but he's just like, The food here, it's the best thing I've ever had. Because you boil everything.
Quit boiling it.
Stop boiling your meat, you psychopaths.
Yeah, fry that son bitch up.
We were watching, Tiff's baking like crazy, so we watch Great British Bake Show all the time.
That show's on in my house a
Oh,
lot.
dude.
The Great British Bake Off.
Bake Off, excuse me. Shout out Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith. But the number of times because they grew up so many, like not necessarily this generation, but the older generation, like milk chocolate was expensive. So everybody over there grows up eating dark chocolate.
Oh.
So they put dark chocolate on all their desserts, and I'm like, ugh.
See,
God,
I'm a milk chocolate guy.
most people in this country are milk chocolate guys.
Oh, I don't know if that's true.
Oh, it's 100.
I think it's true.
It's
Yeah?
staggeringly.
Dark chocolate's just a little too bitter.
Oh, I
Go
feel like.
find dark chocolate desserts in this country. They are not easy to find at restaurants.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of just like a chocolate bar. Most people I run into, I feel like, love dark chocolate.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Staggering majority in this country is milk
So
chocolate.
I'm with the common folk. Yes.
Yeah.
About time.
No, not the common folk. The commie folk. You're almost there.
It's socialism, not communism, Danny.
Okay. But yeah, because dark chocolate is a lot cheaper. So that was like a staple. So they use like, pistachio and rose water and matcha. And it's like, ugh, God, it sounds horrendous.
Just rub it in dirt, why don't you?
Yes. It's like, why? Then again, you'd love it because it's earthy.
Earthy,
Ugh.
floral.
It's always funny. You can tell when somebody's going to lose. They're like, yeah, I used matcha and dark chocolate and rose water. And you can just see the judge is just like, oh, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me?
It's probably the matcha, to be honest.
Oh, rose water is disgusting. One drop too much and you're chewing on a flower. Yeah. Just, ugh.
England was quite impressive yesterday. There's a guy named Harry Kane who's pretty damn good right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to give a golden ball for one game performance, it would be Harry Kane. 2 goals and then a crucial block at the end of that game. Kid's good. England looks really, really talented. To bring Bukayo Saka and Marcus Rashford and Morgan Rogers off the bench is a pretty wild place to be.
Pretty deep.
Leo Messi, welcome back to the World Cup as he had a hat trick. I believe he is now tied with Miroslav Klose for the most goals in the
16.
history of the World Cup. He will most likely set that record this World Cup. The funny thing is, you know who's at 14? Is a kid named Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, 'cause he had
and
2.
he's going to play in 2 more World Cups, minimum. So that will be Kylian Mbappe's record for a while. And hey, Estados Unidos. Look, I thought they looked really good. I thought they looked really, really good. We'll preview them in the Big Nooner. We'll talk to Rob Stone about them as well. I thought they looked fantastic against Paraguay. Giving up that 1 goal I wasn't stoked about. I still have some questions about that defense, but the offense was flying, and I thought it was really cool.
I mean, it's the best they've probably ever looked in
It might be.
international competition.
It might be the best game I've ever seen them play. Now, to be fair, Paraguay looks rough. So keep that in mind, but it is nice to kind of hammer and go forward. Look, we were at Goal PDX for the Canada game. I'm a little worried about them.
Yeah.
We'll see how they play today. They have Qatar today. We'll see how that play. And holy goodness, poor Curacao. Thanks for coming, buddy. That German team looks real nice. 7-1? Mm-hmm. What are they playing, Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the craziest thing that are probably with it, yes, Spain tying is one thing, but I think they'll be okay. To me, it's Portugal yesterday.
Yeah.
And there are clips going around that somebody has pieced together that kind of said, if you want to know why Ronaldo looks so bad, this is why. And it's set pieces. And it's all these set pieces, and he is used to taking them for Portugal, and he gets up there, and there's Bruno Fernandes next to him, who might be the player of the year in the Premier League this year. He's taking all of them, and Ronaldo's standing around like, what? Like, I'm supposed to take that. Like, he doesn't know what's going on, and they're not telling him what's going on.
Yeah, I saw somebody had a clip of the goal against Portugal, and it was the ref cam. It was like, oh, that's awesome. They outfitted Cristiano Ronaldo with glasses so you can see what it looks like when 21 other players are playing and one's not.
It's bad, man.
It doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right. Look, and that's the thing about, I think that's why he's gaining so much traction in this World Cup right now, is because he plays in a Saudi league that we can't really watch. You got to have some crazy package or, sail the high seas to watch Saudi Arabian football. When you don't watch guys play and they show up to the World Cup and don't play well, you're like, oh, maybe that's why. And he started and played the whole game. I don't know. I think if you're Portugal, you got to take a real hard look at that.
Well, when you look at the standings right now, early on, you've got 3 whole groups that have nothing but draws. So that's going to add some. We talked about like which teams are going to get moved around in the bracket when things reshuffle outside of group play, and that's going to really mess with some stuff. That goal difference and total points is going to be interesting when you've got 12 teams who draw right out of the gate.
And if you're that Portugal team, look, your group's not that difficult. Colombia looked fantastic last night. I mean, Uzbekistan, they scored their first ever goal in World Cup history. Kudos to you. I don't know if this is their first World Cup, but like Colombia looks good, and you're in trouble in that group.
It's gonna be a fun tournament.
I've really enjoyed this, man. I can't stop watching it.
Yeah, I mean, we have the new record was Tuesday for attendance in a single day. It was over 280,000. We made the joke yesterday. It was like, cool, go ahead and take the 4 biggest college football stadiums on any Saturday, and we'll break that record pretty easily. So have fun with that.
Well, the college football, we talked about this a little bit. Those stadiums, they fit more people. They fit more people. I bet you the amenities are a little nicer at like Jerry World. There's probably more bathrooms, more concessions, more alcohol, blah, blah, blah. But as far as butts in the seats, yeah, you probably should have gone to the big house. Shoo.
And you wouldn't have, all of these stoppages for hydration breaks when it's 72 degrees outside.
Oh, this Czechia-South Africa game, they're about to have a hydration break in Atlanta in a dome.
Hydration in a dome. Did you see what the going rate is for the 20-second break? $300,000 to every TV network.
Whoa.
That's not just to Fox. That's to every TV network that's broadcasting. That's Fox. That's BBC. That's
Whoa.
So think about the amount of money FIFA is making on this. Did you see the photos that have circulated from Gillette Stadium?
No.
There's like 65.
I mean, I watched the game. It looked incredible.
There's 65,000 of those blue plastic seats in there. And in the upper corner, you have the little badge for your seat number. So it's the seat number and section and little outline of Gillette Stadium. And it says Gillette through it. Somebody had to go through and put like hard plastic tape over every single one of the logos.
Because it can't be sponsored. Because it can't be sponsored.
I mean, it can be.
But it's not because Gillette is not a sponsor of the World Cup.
But it's like how they lost that lawsuit or that not lawsuit, how they lost that battle is beyond me.
Have you seen Levi jeans?
Yeah.
Have you seen Levi's current logo on their Twitter page? It is a picture of a banner covering up their logo because that's what Levi Stadium looks like.
Absolutely.
So they ran with it, which I think is genius that they ran with it. And it doesn't say Levi, it's just covering up Levi. I think that's funny.
It is, but it's so dumb.
Czechia, in South Africa 1-0 right now at noon. It is Switzerland, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Canada, Qatar at 3, and a really fun game tonight at 6 should be Mexico and South Korea. All right, thank you for indulging me. I really appreciate that. When we come back, this team's going to be number 1 in the East. Yeah, buddy, probably not with you. There's Casey over there with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the U.S. Open's championship in Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in New York is officially underway. Sam Stevens and Ludwig Aberg are tied for your leader spot at 2 under as they are through. Aberg is through 12 as Sam Stevens is now through 14. But here are some important scores and tee times for you as Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood, they are even through 7. Coming up at the Big Nooner, the group of Jason Day, Colin Morikawa, and Aaron Rai will get things going. And coming up at 12:47, the group of Shane Lowry, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, and Xander Schauffele will get the first round of the tournament officially underway. Some World Cup updates for you as we have 4 more group stages matches for you. Czechia and South Africa kicked off moments ago as Czechia has gotten out to an early 1-0 lead. At noon, Switzerland will take on Bosnia. At 3 p.m., our friends from the north in Canada and Qatar will face off. And wrapping up today's slate of games is our brethren to the south as Mexico will face off against South Korea at 6 p.m. Your men's U.S. national team are back in action tomorrow night as they will face off against Australia tomorrow at noon. Both USA and Australia with 3 points in the Group D stage as the U.S. comes into the match as minus 170 betting favorites. And finally, your Portland Fire picked up a victory at home last night as they defeated the Seattle Storm 94-89. Bridget Carlton leading the way for the Fire as she posted 24 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks on 7 of 13 shooting from the 3-point line. Fire have a few days off but are back in action on Wednesday taking on the Chicago Sky for a 2-game road trip. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Your home for Seahawks.
Get into a little Brendan Sorsby. I know there might be some stuff you guys got too, but I got feelings too, you know. I'm a human being. I got rights. As tax-paying, voting citizen of the Estados Unidos, I got rights. A lot to get to in the hour number deuce as well. I want to ask you a question about an NBA GM and which is more egregious. But it came out what was this, yesterday, I think, that Trae Young of the Washington Wizards, he plans to decline his $48.97 million option for the 26-27 season to become a free agent on Monday. This comes from Mark Spears. Washington remains the front runner for the 4-time NBA All-Star as he loves the team NDC, but he still expects multiple team max interest. Which leads me to this question, Danny. I know that we have our opinions on Trae Young, which is mostly no thank you. Obviously, he's a skilled player. There is a place for him in the league. He kind of keeps his nose clean for the most part. I can't imagine he's getting $49 million a year from somebody.
Well, you don't take the 49, you get 4 years, 45, whatever it is. Like, I still think he probably stays and re-signs with the Hawks, but this wasn't
You mean the Wizards?
I'm sorry, yes, thank you. God, I have Trae Young Hawks stuck in my head.
I think the Hawks have moved on from Trae Young.
They definitely have. Again, if you want to hitch your wagon to Trae Young, go with God.
Yep. He's a good player. He's fun. He's a Nick killer. If you're chasing the Knicks, and
fundamentally flawed though. Like he's one of the worst defenders in modern basketball. He's a high volume, lower efficiency 3-point shooter. He's incredibly ball dominant. His teammates haven't liked him for years.
What does he command on the market?
There's a belief that if it doesn't work out with Washington, that he's going to somehow end up in Miami. If that's what you want to do, go ahead, go for it. I mean, you could
Miami, Giannis, and Bam.
And does he think his value just went up after Jalen Brunson, a small guard, just won a championship?
I'm sure there's probably that sort of thought. Again, it only takes one. It only takes one general manager to do it. But the idea it's Trae Young is a sought-after commodity like that, I think he's got the wrong people talking to him. But maybe I'm wrong.
And I think if you look at this from a Wizards standpoint, they're probably saying to themselves, how many point guards, scoring quote-unquote point guards, really want to sign with our team? And if you do, are we stoked and just happy to have you? It's kind of small market syndrome. Not that DC is a small market, but the Wizards have not been a great brand my entire life in their existence.
I mean, their best run in the last 30 years is John Wall. That's it.
And Gilbert Arenas, maybe?
That wasn't a great run.
Yeah, he was just a good player.
It was when LeBron hit the turnaround on them to send them home in the Eastern Conference.
It's when Shaden went full horizontal on them. Yeah. So I wonder if you're a team like Washington, and DC I wouldn't call a small market, but definitely they have
it's a big market, but they have sucked.
Yes, and they have more of a small market presence.
Sure.
The Wizards do in DC. Do you kind of hitch it and say, look, we don't really like this guy, but we need somebody? I think we get lucky.
I think you would probably rather hitch it to one of A.J. DeBonta or Darren Peterson.
Understood that, but let's take the Blazers, for example, in this. Giving a lot of money to Evan Turner, giving a lot of money to Alan Crabb. Sometimes there are guys, and I don't want to take shots at E.T. or Alan Crabb because I think as players, I would rather have them as players than Trae Young. But sometimes you're kind of forced to pay that money because you might not get anybody else. And I know they didn't trade a lot for Trae Young. CJ's probably on an expiring contract. Plus, he's getting older. You were ready to move on from them. The Hawks are ready to move on from Trae. So you don't want to say you got nothing out of it. But if a guy wants to be in Washington, you probably got to pay him.
How much and how many years?
Agreed.
That's the thing is there a level that I would want Trae Young? No. No. But that's me. But I understand it, having an offensive engine, and a guy who does create. He is a high volume creator. There's no doubt about that. But he's hyper ball dominant, and again, a terrible defender.
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it yesterday. When guys are offered the money, I'm never going to bag a guy for taking the money.
No. We do not kill guys for taking bags. That's
what we do kill guys for is betting on themselves and being wrong.
I am happy to tell GMs when I think it's wrong that you gave a bag. I'm happy to say that because if the Wizards want to give now when Spears tweets this out, Danny, max interest, are you talking about max deal interest?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you want to give Trae Young that bag, go right ahead.
What is the max deal that Trae Young is available for him right now? Because it's a sliding scale, depends on how many years, and it factors in all-star and all teams, and how long you've been with your specific team. What is he available for?
Max deal for him would be $5,285.
Yeah, $5,287 is what I'm saying.
He's trying to do rough math, so yeah, there you go.
57.5 a year.
Hard pass.
Ooh, baby, that is. Now, if you decide that A.J. DeBonta and Trae Young and Anthony Sarr and Anthony Davis, it still remains to be seen about AD. about all street clothes himself. But if you feel like that's a nucleus to play, and I actually think that team might be okay
So if
if
you-
you put them all together. I don't like Trey, but as that team is together, I think they're an outside playoff team. Maybe an inside playoff team.
If
in
he
the
were to
East.
sign a max deal with a rival team in free agency, he's eligible for roughly $213 over 4 years.
Yeah, it's 4 years, 50. It's basically $50 million a year.
Good luck, buddy.
Again, I don't want to be. I think it's like 54 because I think like the kickers the total. But that's not a market I would want to get into. He's a more depressed asset than Zach LaVine, because LaVine's bigger, more effective more effective, more efficient.
Teammates don't hate him either.
That's another part of it too. Yeah, again, not saying a guy can't grow up, not saying any of that. But we talked about this when you were gone. Like, it's not just Giannis, and there's more Giannis news and where things are at and what the Blazers actually offered, which I tried to tell people. They tried to go in very heavy. Ta-da, they did. What happens with Giannis or doesn't happen with Giannis between now and the draft, and the dominoes that come out of that or don't come out of that. And like,
Yeah, we don't see Trae Young until Giannis is dealt. We don't see anybody till Giannis.
well, the teams might just say, screw it, we're not going to wait around.
Yeah. And it's probably teams that have no interest in Giannis or being a part of that deal.
Well, there's also, you don't know what teams are going to get involved, because, I mean, like, the Celtics didn't think Drew Holiday was going to be available, and all of a sudden he was, and they were like, you know what, we want in on that, guys.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
The Clippers, the Jazz, and the Celtics all made very real offers for Drew Holiday when the Blazers got him the first time and then dealt him to the Celtics.
And if the Clippers are smelling Jaylen Brown in the water, they're interested in that as well.
So you never know how it's going to shape things up. But there is a world that exists where a team says, we don't want to wait around and we're just going to pounce on Trae Young, which, again, go for it. Just not my huckleberry.
You can't choose the revolver, Trae Young or Ja Morant.
I think I'd rather go with Ja.
I think I'd rather go
Because
with
you're
Ja
going
too.
I think I'll take
now
Ja
that
too.
extension's bad, but there's still possibly a redemptive quality there.
I think I'd take a shot at Ja.
Again, like we said, low efficiency 3-point shooter at 6 foot. I'll take the guy that gets to the rack.
Yeah. I mean, Ja's athleticism seems to have slowed down. I mean, he has a little injury prone these days.
Still gets to the rack.
He still gets to the rack, though.
I think I'd take Ja. I think.
I mean, it's not a pretty answer. It's not a pretty question.
God, that question sucks.
It does. It
God,
does.
3 years ago, this wouldn't even been close.
Is this college quarterback getting off a little scot-free? We'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan.
We'll get to some more NBA chatter and some baseball stuff in the hour number deuce plus web gems. It is a 10 toes down Thursday. We are moving that to 12:30, so you can get those in on the fan text line. We'll have Rob Stone join the show from Fox. It'll be funny, Dan. You know what we should do? Last time we talked to Rob, we talked to him about college football the whole time, and then we threw one soccer story in there at the end. We should flip it and reverse it. Do all soccer with him and then hit him with a side college football thing.
I'm good.
He is my spirit animal. When I grow up, I want to be Rob Stone.
I like the college football side of things.
Oh, well, we'll just do college football with Rob Stone.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be stoked about that.
No.
We'll do that in the big nooner. Also preview USA
I thought you
Australia
was probably on to talk soccer. No.
tomorrow at noon. So, Rob, what do you think about the Knicks winning the finals?
What?
Things are moving along, and I know you guys have talked about it. It's an ongoing kind of situation, the Brendan Sorsby stuff. But when you start tacking on everything that's come around of it, Cincinnati, quote unquote, knew about it and did nothing, so that makes them the bad guys. The Big 12 still wants to sue and litigate the hell out of Texas Tech, so they're the bad guy. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we're getting to a point where people are trying to create a narrative. I don't know if they're successful, but trying to create a narrative of poor Brendan Sorsby, a victim of the system.
I mean, his agent's trying to do that.
I don't know if I can live in that world, buddy.
No.
I don't know if I can live in that world. And now he's going to go into the supplemental draft.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to take him.
Yeah, no.
Someone's going to take him. And look, the NFL we talk about FIFA being super corrupt, all right? We talk about Adam Silver and how much he drives us bonkers. We talk about the lack of leadership in college football. One of the most brilliant things that Roger Goodell has ever done for the NFL is all that noise goes away on Sunday. Mm-hmm. They are able to hide that behind the shield so well that if someone takes Brendan Sorsby, it's going to be like a mini camp thing, and they'll, Rachel Nichols or whoever, Ed is going to be somewhere. They're going to do Tom Rinaldi pieces on it, and then it's just going to kind of go away.
Until
right?
it doesn't.
No?
They'll put a quick bounty on his head. There's going to be a D lineman, a set of linebackers that look at him and go, hey, that's the guy that is threatening the integrity of our game, of our livelihoods, this, that, and the other. And they're going to make a bounty on his head.
Yeah, I don't. It's just the whole thing is so strange to me. How it's more now about Texas Tech being the bad guy, Cincy being the worst bad guy. Don't forget about corporate sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
When, I'm not going to buy that this kid has some sort of disease. No, bro, you're a degenerate gambler.
Yes.
That's what it is.
And here's the thing, though. If he's good enough, his teammates won't care.
See, that's what I'm saying. So when Casey was talking about a D lineman with a bounty, when's he getting into a game to see a D lineman with a bounty?
In Cleveland, it'll be week 1.
Is Brendan Sorsby the best QB on the roster if
Yes.
he's in Cleveland?
Yep.
Same thing.
Sadly,
Same
yes.
is true in Miami. Same's probably it's not true in Arizona because Jacoby's better.
Because now
Is Malik Willis not as good as Brendan Sorsby? He's never played in the NFL.
But now you're starting Brendan Sorsby, probably paying third, fourth round money.
Mm-hmm. The rate of return's probably better.
And Deshaun Watson sits there with that guaranteed contract, and you're going,
contract.
That's a good trade off.
Because now
Jets.
You know the articles I see now? Is Brendan Sorsby worth a second round pick? And it's just breaking down him as a quarterback.
He's probably going to go down to, for at least from what I've read, third at the earliest, but fourth is when teams will start for sure if he's there in a supplemental fourth round.
And
they will go.
And that's only because of value.
Yes.
Not because of talent. It has nothing to do with talent. It's only because of value. Because talent-wise, he's probably a first-round supplemental draft pick, if not number 1 overall.
Yes. But nobody's going to give that up.
Would you rather have Malik Willis or Brendan Sorsby?
Willis, just because I don't have to deal with the other stuff.
Yep.
Bryce Young or Brendan Sorsby?
Bryce.
I'll take Bryce Young.
Yeah. As a prospect, I think you can make an argument for Sorsby, but Bryce is at least a good kid. You know what I mean? Like you can at least bank on that.
Rodgers or Sorsby?
Rodgers.
I think that's easy too.
That's easy money.
Well, I mean, Rodgers is old. I'm
It's
not picking on your Steelers.
Rodgers could be 47. I'm still taking Rodgers over Sorsby.
And that's not just that. Like Aaron's weird, but not his teammates love him.
Yeah.
Love him.
And his coach loves him. McCarthy loves him.
Yeah, like just that's not even close for me.
I'm trying to think anywhere else. I mean, yeah, you're gonna ride the boat on Mendoza, and if not, Cousins is fine. Tua, Penix, or Sorsby?
Nah, I'd still go with
I'd rather have that debate.
yeah.
I'd rather have the Tua,
I'd rather sit there and
Penix
let
debate.
my lefties battle it out.
Sure.
Jets is there.
Fields or Sorsby.
That's not close for me.
Fields is a backup in Kansas City, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that is correct.
So
it's Geno. My bad.
And again,
The same quarterback. One is just 10 years older.
Yeah, I would have that debate.
Geno and Sorsby.
Yeah.
Skip a year of quarterback if you think Brendan Sorsby is it, and then next year you're, in theory, drafting to make a run. Because we assume next year they take a quarterback, right?
Probably.
But see, dude, shame on me. We just did it. Mm-hmm. We just did it. I just proved that point. We just stopped talking about the fact that he's gambling on his own team, and it's about whether or not he's a good football player.
Because he's not Shedeur Sanders. That's the thing.
This.
It's like he's better. As a prospect, it's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close. And that's the thing. It's like, think about all of the things around Shedeur, and all thing he did was, be kind of a D, flash his rolly, and act a fool. And that's where it ended up.
And that helped him make a whole lot of money on the jersey sales.
And I think because of how this whole thing was covered and how it became Texas Tech's fault, Cincinnati's fault, the institution's fault, mental health crisis fault, never Sorsby's fault, that we've all become numb to the idea that this kid broke serious rules. Mm-hmm. Broke serious rules. But because the coverage has been so nauseating about how it's somebody else's fault that we're just ready to move on. Mm-hmm. And that's how it works. And if you're Sorsby's camp, you're pretty stoked about that.
As the world turns.
A GM made the most egregious move in NBA history. But did he make two of them? And which is worse? Loaded hour number deuce. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. 105.1 The Fan.
Isaac Ropp for Window Nation.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for a DUI, you need a team of attorneys that you can put your trust into. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on the Fan, the first round of the U.S. Open Championship at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in New York is officially underway. Your current leader is Sam Stevens at 2 under. As Rory McIlroy, he's climbing his way up the leaderboard as he has moved to 1 under through 13. Scotty Scheffler, he's getting out to a slow start as he is 3 over through 10 at the moment. Coming up at the big nooner, the group of Jason Day, Colin Morikawa, and Aaron Rai will get things going. And coming up at 12:47, the group of Shane Lowry, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, and Xander Schauffele will get the first round of the tournament officially underway. Some World Cup updates for you as we have 4 more group stage matches for you today. Czechia and South Africa kicked off moments ago as Czechia gotten out to an early 1-0 lead. At noon, Switzerland will take on Bosnia. At 3 p.m., our friends to the north in Canada and Qatar will face off. And wrapping up today's slate of games is our brethren to the south as Mexico will face off against South Korea at 6 p.m. Your U.S. men's national team is back in action tomorrow night as they face off against Australia tomorrow at noon. Both USA and Australia with 3 points in the Group D stage as the U.S. comes into the match as -170 betting favorites. And finally, your Portland Fire picked up a victory at home last night as they defeated the Seattle Storm 94-89. Bridget Carlton leading the way for the Fire. She posted 24 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks on 7 of 13 shooting from the three-point line. Fire have a few days off, but are back in action on Wednesday, taking on the Chicago Sky for a 2-game road trip. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time.
Hour number deuce here. If you missed any of the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get yours. Podcast will be posted about 15, 20 minutes from now.
The Odyssey op?
The Odyssey app. Did I say op?
Yeah.
Dude, man.
You got ops out here?
Rust. I got a lot of rust in here right now,
got
dude.
a lot of ops in the streets?
I got to get back on the wagon here, dude. I'm sober. I haven't been sober in like 24 hours.
It's hard out here.
I had a nice time at LAX yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Although it's funny.
You went LAX, huh?
Yeah, we did.
No Burbank, no Ontario?
It was so much cheaper than Burbank.
Really?
Burbank would have been quicker.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
To get to Malibu.
Yeah. Not only that, it's way easier to get in and out of.
But we actually didn't have a bad time getting in and out of LAX.
Bro.
I know.
Something terrible is coming your way then.
Oh, I sat next to a child on the way down there, Danny.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yep.
well, come on. It's an hour and 20-minute flight.
Hour 50? No, it was 2.5 down there. Hour 50. Anyway. No, it wasn't too bad. No, dude, it was considerably cheaper for us to go into LAX.
That's weird. It's not. That's not usually the case. The hack in the day, or I should say back in the day, was Ontario.
Oh, yeah.
Ontario was the way to go. If you're willing to drive, the extra, 35, 50 minutes, it was always 10 times easier. And it's in and out right on the edge of the airport.
We landed at LAX and picked up our rental car. I looked to the wife and I said, "Are you sure you want to go to this family event? Disneyland is right down the 5. Right down I-5.
It'll only take us 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, we would have just showed up there and never left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was traffic?
We went out. We were in Santa Monica for a little bit. We spent the day. We landed there on Sunday. We got in at like 9:30. We had brunch not far from LAX. with my wife's cousins, who are good friends of mine as well.
And I'm sure the food was incredible.
It was great. Yeah, we had a really nice brunch, and then went to Santa Monica for the afternoon, just me and the wife, and it was great. And then Santa Monica to Malibu wasn't bad.
Nah.
Although they're tearing up that freeway there that runs along the ocean.
Yeah, PCH.
Yeah, they're tearing that thing up right now. So that kind of sucked, but it
it's
really
because
wasn't bad.
It's a month in California. Any month. That's the thing about California is it never rains, so construction season's year round.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I will say, I don't know if it's still the same, but back when I was a kid, one of the great things about California construction projects are you got bonuses if you got them done ahead of time.
Oh,
And
hey,
so
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
They get it ain't 205 nonsense in West Lynn, Oregon City that's been going on for a decade.
It's not I-5 outside of Tacoma. That's
Yeah,
been going on
no.
for 2 decades.
Yeah. Oh God. But hey, it's done now.
It is
It's done
done.
now.
Oh yeah, a new bridge is going to go swimmingly.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Two of the worst road construction states in the entire country coming together to build a bridge is just going to go. Mwah!
By the way, the Strip in Santa Monica,
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's Southern California.
right there. We were right there at the pier. Santa Monica's nice.
It's beautiful down there.
Yeah, Santa Monica's real
And you
nice.
put your foot in the water, and the water's warm.
I didn't do that.
I cannot believe you didn't do that.
It's okay. It's okay. We got a lot to get to this hour. We got some baseball conversations to have, plus web gems. We'll have Rob Stone at 12:15 from Fox, and 10 Toes Down at 12:30. But I've been thinking about this since the Knicks won the NBA Finals. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. Did you know that the Knicks won the NBA Finals?
God, it's just everywhere on my timeline right now.
Side note, I was surprised they won Game 5.
Oh, yeah.
I was surprised.
I was too.
And I was surprised by the way they did it. We don't have to get into it. The Spurs just kind of ran out of gas. Wemby looked tired. And the Knicks were like, we're just going to do this. And good on them.
Execution.
Yep, and good on them. But it led me to ask this question. I know who the better player is, but what's the bigger fumble in Nico's life? Is it trading Luka Doncic or letting Jalen Brunson walk?
I mean, it's trading Doncic.
Understood. Doncic is the better player, but you got something for Doncic.
But
and you let Brunson go. Now, I
well,
think
they didn't necessarily let him go. They dinked him around because they not once but twice they could have gotten him.
They lowballed him twice.
Yes,
And I think I read some reports that they were worried that Brunson and Luka couldn't coexist, which I probably buy.
sure,
They're both ball dominant.
but sign him and trade him later.
Yeah, it would have been nice to know because at the time Luka was still good, but we didn't know Luka was this good.
No, we knew that.
Okay, we did.
Luka Doncic has the best first 6 years of a pro in the history of the game,
Oh, okay.
as far as production. Like
But
he's a 6-time All NBA. Like he was Himothy out of the game.
But it's crazy to think like here, and maybe take the names off the back of the jerseys. Nico had 2 situations in which he gave the Lakers their new star for the next decade,
And the Knicks.
and the Knicks a title.
Oh, there's a reason why Nico Harrison will never work in this league ever again.
Both of those are egregious. And dare I say the Knicks getting a title might be the more egregious of the two. Because the Lakers getting their superstar of the next generation doesn't mean they're going to win a
Well,
title.
it's not only that, this isn't the first time that's happened.
Right. So it's like LA keeps getting their new superstar. Charlotte trades Kobe Bean at the deadline. Orlando gets rid of Shaq. LeBron comes. You can fill in the blanks as they go. The Lakers
started with Kareem.
Kareem, yep. The
Then
Lakers
Magic. It was-
always
yeah.
figure this thing out.
Yes, and that's what's funny. To be a little tangential to this, the Lakers are what the Heat think they are.
In what sense?
The Lakers always get their guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Eventually, they always get their guy.
And the Heat think they do it.
They did it. They did it once.
They did it once.
You got LeBron. That was it.
Shaq, maybe.
D Wade.
D Wade was.
Well, they drafted D-Wade.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't count D-Wade. They
But
drafted him.
that's what I'm saying. Like Shaq, don't get me wrong. Shaq was still really good, but that's not.
That was D-Wade's team.
Yeah.
And they did get LeBron. Damian Lillard had a good career in Miami, didn't he?
He did.
Pretty good. Couple All-NBA teams.
I played the clip for you of Windhorst this morning on Get Up. It is the exact same playbook. It is the exact same playbook. It is hilarious. Like I'm seeing this stuff coming out of Miami media members, and I'm like, if you just took Giannis Antetokounmpo's name out of it and put Damian Lillard, it is almost word for word, bar for bar, the exact same thing. How could you say no to this trade package? Like, how could you say no to it?
Because I said no to it 3 years ago because it was garbage 3 years ago. Now these guys are older.
And it's so funny. You hear these Miami Heat fans and media members like, it's your problem. Like, you can just take the offer. It's like, you don't have any leverage. Like, neither do you. And now they're flat out saying what we've all said all along. The offer's not that good, and the Bucks have yet to receive an offer that they think is even worth anything. So what are we doing here?
Dirt and Sprague had Sparky on this morning from Milwaukee, and he said nobody in Milwaukee wants Tyler Hero. Not a single person, and he grew up 5 blocks from our radio
And
station.
be like, well, then you go ahead and flip him. You flip him!
Yeah.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah, dude.
This is the same argument we have with Damian Lillard.
It's your asset. Do what you want with it.
If Tyler Hero is worth so much, go flip him, get that capital, and put it in the deal. Oh, you can't do that? Why? Because nobody thinks he's worth that. And again, I am not besmirching Tyler Hero.
I think
he's a
Tyler
good
Hero.
player, but he's not worth what you're probably. Khalil Ware, good player. Brian Windhorst said it loud for everybody to hear. There is not a premium asset in the deal. And if you go back to that summer, you will hear me say verbatim, what is the premium asset? There is not a single premium asset in this deal. And yet here we are 3 years later with the exact same thing.
I always lean back to this when it comes to Tyler Hero. If you think Tyler Hero is so great, Miami, why are you dealing him? That's my question.
They're like, well,
if you think
if you
he
have
is
Tyler
so
Hero and
good,
Khalil Ware and Jaime Hawkins, that's a playoff team. Then why weren't you in the playoffs?
That's a great question to ask. It's a great
You're in the
question.
same conference. What do you mean? That's a playoff team. No, it's not. You weren't a playoff team, and you had Bam Adebayo. Do the Bucks have Bam Adebayo? No. Why are we like? And it's not even like an anti-Miami thing. I actually like the Miami Heat.
we're anti-Miami in this town.
I like
this
the
town
Miami
is
Heat.
now anti-Miami.
I love Spo. I love Pat
Spo
Riley.
too. Yeah,
We are very.
I love.
We're pro Spo, anti Miami.
we're anti-Miami fans.
Yes.
we're anti-Miami fans. Let's
and
get that
media.
right.
Yes, I love the franchise. I love their culture. I love everything about it.
I would love to follow them if they were in our.
But
in
if
our
that was here,
I've always
I'd
been a
be all
Riles fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'd be all about it. All about it. And it's like you don't. There's a blog out there that said that people don't want to deal with Miami because they're racist yesterday.
Oh.
And I went,
Ugh.
what? What do you mean? Like, oh, you just don't like us because you don't like us because you ain't us. And I'm just sitting there going, my brother in Christ, what do you mean? I would be saying this if it was the Oklahoma City Thunders, the San Antonio Spurs, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Milwaukee Bucks. It doesn't matter. If your offer isn't good enough, it's not good enough.
Yeah, it's like the Lakers are. I heard a report that Luka wants a bona fide center, and it's like, well, you have DeAndre Ayton. It's like, yeah, you need a bona fide center.
Like, here's a perfect
And it's
example.
like, guys, DeAndre Ayton's awesome. You want DeAndre.
Yeah.
And it's like, if he's so awesome, why don't you keep him? You need a scorer. If you go get Giannis and you put Giannis with Bam, you need a shooter. You know who would
need
fit that?
3 of them.
You know who would fit that? Tyler Hero
Yes.
would fit that.
Like, here's a perfect example. I think Jaylen Brown is a really good player. We've talked about this off air for months.
You know me. I like him more than you.
Yes. I don't think Jaylen Brown is by any means a bad player. I just don't think he's the perfect fit to address their needs. And I'm not sitting here saying Jaylen Brown sucks. Da, da, da. I just think that if you're going to expend all the capital, it should be on somebody who, like if it's Jason Tatum, number one, I think Tatum's a better player, but I think Tatum also addresses your needs more directly.
I do agree with you that.
And I
Tatum is a better
don't think
player.
that I wouldn't make that deal with Boston because it's Boston. I don't care about that. Does my team get better? Do I get, or not even get better, do I get the things back that I want? Which, coming full circle to Nico Harrison, he didn't get a damn thing back. You didn't get Austin Reeves out of that deal?
Which is why you go back to it, and the answer is Luka. That's the more
Yeah.
egregious of the two.
You
They're
didn't-
both bad.
Like, you didn't get all of their draft capital. You didn't, like, it's Luka Doncic.
You got AD in a first round, and then
and
you flipped,
Max Christie.
and then you flipped AD for kind of a meh.
Oh, not even kind of.
Yeah.
You didn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, you just wanted to move him because of his contract.
It's such an egregious. It is the single worst transaction in the history of the league.
Yeah.
It is worse than Babe Ruth going to the Red Sox or going to the Yankees.
Sure.
It is it's the single worst. It's worse than what the Cowboys deal,
The Herschel Walker
trade. It's the worst transaction in sports.
Does miffing Brunson live in the top 5?
No, because Brunson individually is not as great, but it's probably a top 15 worst trade in NBA history. Or lack
And
of
it's on the
transaction.
same guy's resume.
Yeah,
Let's not forget Pau Gasol to the Lakers was pretty bad.
you got Mark.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, that's Jerry West
Being
doing
Jerry West.
doing favors.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into a little bit of baseball. They've changed the home run derby for the better. 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan.
little baseball in here to shoehorn for you. We'll have web gems in about a half hour. Looking at this MLS home run derby. So they're ditching the clock. They're going to bring back the swing-based system. We'll get into that, how that works here in a second. But are we in a world where the home run derby needed to be tweaked? Haven't we been pretty happy with how it's been the last few years?
Just take the children out of the outfield.
Oh, you don't like the kids getting smoked in the outfield?
It only happens like every other year.
Or a bigger kid dump trucks another kid?
Too often.
I don't need to see like adults blowing their ACLs out there, though.
I think it'd be more acceptable than a kid taking a 117-mile-an-hour liner off the chest.
Just bam!
Just saying. All it takes is one kid dropping dead on a field. And we're like, oh, nope, shouldn't do this.
There's always like a 15-year-old and like two 11-year-olds, and the 15-year-old just like shoves them out of the way and grabs the ball.
Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
I don't know. I just get worried about this stuff, and not just with baseball, but with everything that you're tweaking stuff for the sake of tweaking it. And sometimes you can tweak it a little too far.
I will say baseball has done well with changes. They've done well with changes. So I'm willing to grant him a little bit of leeway here.
Okay.
Just because they have done well. But also I'm squinting.
Yeah.
I'm squinting. What are you doing here?
The competitors will receive 20 swings in the first round and 15 in both of the final two rounds. In an added wrinkle, hitters will be able to continue to swing. If they homer on the final hack, they take each round until they make an out. So there's no more outs. It's just 20 swings. See, I think what I'm worried about now.
They're trying to make it more TV friendly. That's what they're trying to do.
I understand that. The clock, though, how many pitches are you going to take? If it's all about swings, then you take until you see, right?
I mean, if you got a good eye.
If you got a good, and I would imagine home run derby participants, for the most of them, have a good eye. So now I could be wrong.
You think Polar Bear's got a good eye?
They also have
You think Polar Bear has a good eye?
They also have their guys throwing for them.
You also just convinced me that a pitch clock was going to speed the game up. I was worried people were going to hit pitchers more because they couldn't get in their routine and they couldn't get fully set like they like to. I thought it was going to create more offense, which was going to create longer games and do the opposite of what they wanted. And I was wrong. And I was very, very wrong on that. So now I'm kind of like, okay, maybe baseball knows what they're doing and they're right, but you're taking the clock out of it and you just proved to me that the clock was working.
Mm-hmm. I think this is just trying to make it more media friendly. I think that's what this is ultimately down to. But they might be trying to outdo a problem that doesn't really exist. I think they're worried more about how many did Hamilton hit in a row?
Oh, I don't remember. It's something something big.
Like 14?
Something big.
But then he gassed out.
Mm-hmm. They all gas out because he lost. Didn't he lose to Bobby Abreu?
I think that's who it ended up being.
Yeah, at Yankee Stadium.
I think they're trying to
13 consecutive.
Like, I think it's one of those situations where they're trying to protect guys, and because what ends up happening is a guy goes nuclear, and then they kind of fizzle out. Now you can still have that happen here, but if you try to tighten it up a little bit, it also keeps us out of the guy that hits two.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Because what ends up happening is everything builds up to something, and then it's just womp, 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 womp. And I think this keeps, at least it has the opportunity to maybe keep a more consistent flow and keep you kind of engaged for the burst as opposed to, or over the long haul as opposed to the burst.
That's
what I'm thinking. At least.
They've taken away the bracket, which I like, because the bracket, again, if Vladdy Jr. gets up there, and or what happened a few years ago when Rutsch was there, and Rutsch did both sides of the plate and dominated, but he was up against someone who also dominated, and somebody who hit way less home runs than Rutsch advanced.
Just restock it.
And Rutschman didn't, and that kind of sucks. And if you're going to take that away, that's fantastic. 8 hitters will still participate in the opening round, 4 in the second, 2 in the final, and in the second round, then it turns head-to-head. Top finisher from the first round will face the hitter who hit the 4th most homers, while 2 and 3 will square off, setting up the championship. That I'm okay with. I like seeing guys go toe-to-toe with each other. But not in the first round. Like, I want to get, like, for some reason, there are years when you get in the home run derby where guys who you think, like, let's take a Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge type hitters, Kyle Schwarber, who you are like, these guys are the best home run hitters in baseball, and they should do well. And you can see from the jump, they're like, ain't got it. Ain't got it today.
No.
And there are guys that have been in there, not to take a shot at Robbie Cano, but I'm going to take a shot at Robbie Cano. When there are guys that you're kind of like, you're in the home run derby. I don't know if you fit the mold.
Why are you here?
Yeah, I don't know if you fit the mold.
And why was he in there?
I don't remember why.
Because he won it.
Oh, did he win it? Oh, yeah, because his dad.
Oh, yeah.
But then he had a year where he was not good.
You get one of those every year. Though.
Sure. And that one I understand.
But if you win it the year before, you're usually asked back to the next year.
So if Pete Alonso goes in, for example, who is a 2-3-time champion of this thing, and he has a rough beginning, like you're just done, that's kind of like, oh, that stinks. I think this opens that up. I think it protects the big home run hitters better.
And I agree. Which I think was that maybe they're outthinking the room, but I think that's kind of what I lean towards is trying to keep it tighter for TV and protecting guys a little bit.
And we'll have the home run derby on Netflix, right? I think it's on Netflix.
I think that's who has it.
Do we get so Netflix? They can always go hire their own guns. Do we get?
I hope so.
I mean, if you're Netflix and you're trying to do this, right? Just go get Berman.
Go get Boom and Miller.
Oh yeah, I'm into that.
But I would be tuned in just for that.
And that's how you got to do it.
Yeah,
That's
go big.
12th Annual Fan Golf Classic presented by Toyota sold out. Foursomes this year's tournament at Langdon Farms Golf Club went in record time. If you missed out on this year's event, be sure to jump on it early next year. A special thank you to our sponsors for this year's tournament. Victor Rico's is back, bringing burritos pre-round, Matt's Barbecue, feeding golfers post-round, and all of us will be at the infamous 6th hole, the Angels Envy Bourbon. We'll be there posted up all day to give you praise or make fun of you. The Fan Golf Classic, presented by Toyota's, also brought to you by Vulcan Design and Construction, Henderson and Daughter Windows and Doors, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Battery Exchange, Maestro Dobel Tequila, Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, Philbrook Law, 1-800-DIVORCE, Roto Rooter, Ilegal Mezcal, Butt Beer, Cheap Fun, Apex Golf Club, and Window Nation. Looking forward to seeing you all out there on June 23rd. That is Tuesday of next week. And a programming note, there will be no shows here on The Fan that day. We'll see you out there. We come back, a little bit more baseball, and I swear to tiny infant baby Jesus, if this is a real thing, I'm going to lose my S. That's Casey over there with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the first round of the U.S. Open Championship at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in New York is officially underway. Rory McIlroy is your current leader as he sits at 3 under through 14. But here are some important scores and times for you. As Scotty Scheffler, he's gotten out to a slow start. He is currently 2 over through 12. Coming up at the Big Nooner, the group of Jason Day, Colin Morikawa, and Aaron Rai will get things going. And coming up at 12:47, the group of Shane Lowry, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, and Xander Schauffele will get the first round of the tournament officially underway. Some World Cup updates for you as we have 4 more group stages matches today for you. Over to, Czechia and South Africa. They kicked off moments ago as Czechia and South Africa drew 1-1. Sorry about that. At noon, Switzerland will take on Bosnia. At 3 p.m., our friends from the north in Canada and Qatar will face off. And wrapping up today's slate of games, our brethren to the south as Mexico will face off against South Korea at 6 p.m. Your U.S. men's national team are back in action tomorrow night as they will face off against Australia at noon. Both USA and Australia with 3 points in the Group D stage as the U.S. comes into the match as minus 170 betting favorites. And finally, your Portland Fire picked up a victory at home last night as they defeated the Seattle Storm 94-89. Bridget Carlton leading the way for the Fire as she posted 24 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks on 7 of 13 from the three-point line. Fire have a few days off, but are back in action on Wednesday, taking on the Chicago Sky for a 2-game road trip. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe.
Web Gems coming up next, everybody's favorite, and then we'll get to the big nooner as well. But a little more baseball stuff to get to. You can send your thoughts in on the fan text line, 503-864-6326, or over on the YouTubes. 105.1 The Fan is the channel. Like I said, Web Gems coming up next. There's a parade going on in New York, Danny. I don't know if you're aware of this.
I haven't heard about it.
The Knicks have won the NBA Finals. We'll riff about that in Web Gems, but this article came out about a week ago or so. We've kind of been putting it off to get to it, but there is a man named Elatrachi.
Neil Elatrachi. We've talked about him before.
Neil Elatrachi. He is the Dodgers and the Rams team doctor and one of the most high-profile sports doctors in sports.
I mean, not even just sports, just arthroscopic surgeons in the country and probably the world. Like, if you look at his Hollywood clientele, it's A-listers.
Okay.
They're like, this is a dude. He's at Cedars-Sinai in L.A.
Scooble, Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Garrett Cole, Tom Brady, Aaron Donald, Max Crosby, and the late Kobe Bryant, whom Atrach did his rotator cuff.
Ah, I see. So the dude knows something. The reason that he is in the news right now is that when Conor McGregor, the MMA fighter, broke his leg, this doctor was in support of using performance-enhancing drugs as he recovered from the injury. That has caused Major League Baseball to open up an investigation about what Elatrachi does here for the Dodgers. And I tell you what, Danny, I swear to tiny baby Jesus learning his shapes and his colors. If this dude's passing around steroids in the Dodgers and it's like Shohei Ohtani, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. You're telling me that there's the possibility of another steroid scandal with the biggest player in the history of the sport. Now, the last one was also a pretty big player in the history of the sport. And I got a lockout coming down the line.
And it would potentially be the second scandal related to that player?
Dude, it would tear down the foundation. I don't mean to speak in hyperbole, but a lockout and another steroid situation, and if it involves guys like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, like that's Yoshi, like that's bad. That is bad.
Well, how about Aaron Donald? What about Matt Stafford?
Well, see, that's the weird thing because I think we're all aware that NFL players are probably all juiced.
So are Major League Baseball players.
I know, but it's that aura. It's
all. I don't just beat this drum just because I'm like, oh, I did steroids. It's like so it has to be everywhere, brother. I can go down to my gym and it's prevalent. Like when I'll say this. When I was doing them, it was a pain in the ass to get them.
I bet.
It's not hard. I can legitimately walk into the gym that is 4 blocks from here. I can go in there. I bet you every dollar in my wallet, I can find them right now.
Yeah, I believe it.
Right now. And if you don't think that high-level athletes worth tens of millions of dollars who can get contracts worth tens of millions of dollars more by having longevity and being healthy and being the biggest, strongest, fastest version of themselves aren't doing them, you're out of your freaking mind.
Well, when does that narrative change then from Major League Baseball? Because Major League Baseball has this thing where it's like, we're the gatekeepers. We are anti-steroids. We're not. Is it because it rocked their sport so hard?
Yes, because they were dumb about it. Here's the example that we can make right now with something completely unrelated. Gambling. We talked about it. Like the idea, like, it's just Brendan Sorsby. No, it's not. It's on every roster, on every school in this country. Every single one of them.
Remember the tiny little story about John Mateer? Remember that one?
Yeah, what, you think that was just, oh, yeah, nothing there. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. If you don't think that steroids and gambling are prevalent across sports in this country, you're out of your freaking mind.
I'm just terrified as a lover and a diehard fan of baseball.
Do you genuinely think that steroids aren't in baseball at a high level?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. But the perception still means a lot in baseball.
But that's my point, though. We talk about this, like we talked about the gambling side of it. We went down the path of I want to know. I want to root it all out. No, you don't, because it's everywhere, including your team and up and down your roster.
I know, and all the goodwill that baseball has been working on over the last 10, 15 years. This plus a lockout would hurt that sport so bad.
Why do you think the NFL and the NBA don't take these staunch, the NHL? You think those, number one, NHL players are quote unquote tougher. Do you really think those guys are out there skating with broken foots and they're not getting HGH? Like, do you really think that's no? They're not built in a lab different. Do they have a different mentality? Sure, but do you think that they're not taking stuff? You're out of your freaking mind.
Yeah. Do you think people are more okay with NFL players taking steroids because the game is so physical and so violent?
They don't care.
Yeah, they just don't care.
I'm going to say.
So why do we care in baseball still?
Because you're sanctimonious.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't mean that as derogatory.
I don't think you are. You're being honest.
But like that's what it is. Look, man, look around the NBA. Yeah, they're bigger, stronger, faster humans than anybody else on the planet. You also don't get built like a lot of those guys in the league without having it. And here's the thing. Guys have tested positive. They still do. And they still do. You know what they do when they test you for that? They run the test for stuff off the shelf. That's what they do. Don't be dumb enough to buy the stuff off the shelf. Go get the cream. Go get the clear. Go get the high-level stuff.
And when you look at a guy like, let's take Casey's Aaron Judge. Let's take the captain of the Bronx Bombers, all right? He is what, 6'6", 6'5"?
I think he's 6'8", isn't he?
How tall is Aaron Judge?
6'7".
Yeah.
6'7"? Okay.
He's huge.
Okay. There's a lot of NBA players his size. But when he plays baseball, you're like, that guy's enormous. He better not be on steroids. And it's like, meanwhile, every 6'7" offensive lineman in the NFL is on the juice.
You don't, like, I was like, oh, it's just because they eat a lot. Like, no, dude. Like, you think these guys
they work out a lot, Danny.
Yeah, they do.
Team nutritionist, Danny.
And look,
don't get it
here's
twisted.
the thing. There are one-off freaks. Like, do I think Aaron Donald's on juice? Probably. But also, is he, like, one of the most, like, demonstrably freakish athletes in the history of the world? Yeah, I do.
There is no way that you can look like J.J. Watt and be clean. I'm not saying J.J. did it. I don't know anything about it. But the way he looks, you can't sell that to me. However, he was born to be a monster, a giant with mass athleticism and play in the NFL.
And don't get me wrong.
And that's why I asked. I think NFL fans just don't care.
Just don't
because it's a violent sport, and you've got to hit hard, and we want you back on the field on Sunday.
And who did he do all of his rookie workouts with?
I don't know that answer.
Brian Cushing.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. We all know Cushing. Cushing's the most famous guy in the NFL to get busted
like
for it.
Him and LaRon Landry. Like,
yes.
Just, that's things. Like, we've talked about Brian Shaw before. World's strongest man. 6'8", 420 pounds. He had a DEXA scan that literally showed he's like one of 8 people on the planet to have this bone capacity. Do you think every guy in Major League Baseball and the NBA and the NFL and the NHL are just so, like, don't get me wrong, they are in the 0.0001% of athletes on this planet. I firmly believe that, especially when you're talking about NBA and NFL, because their size is just so much bigger. But there's, 1,700 of them in the NFL? There's 500 of them in the NBA. Do you think they're all in the one of 20 people on the planet? No, they're not.
And in baseball, you play so many games that it's like, oh, he's out for 2 weeks. Not a big deal. You're out for 2 weeks in the NFL. You can go 0-2. You don't have Myles Garrett for 2 weeks. You don't have Justin Jefferson for 2 weeks. Like, your team hurts.
Yeah, it's also a much larger talent pool as well in baseball.
Yeah,
because
huge.
you have A+ ball, AAA ball, AA ball, and lower than that.
And yeah,
and international ball.
I mean, if you don't think guys in the minors are doing everything they can, you're out of your mind.
It's tough to get a shot. Most guys don't ever even get a shot.
Yeah. So they're doing everything they can. And again, I don't begrudge them.
Like that guy, I think that guy for Pittsburgh, I think it was the Pirates a couple weeks ago, made his major league debut at 32. Like, damn.
And if you're telling me that, oh, hey, if I do this, I have a chance, or if I don't, I probably don't, they're willing to risk it.
Yeah.
They are.
Anything to get a shot.
And I'm not saying every player's doing it, but I'm saying that it's significantly more prevalent than you would believe.
Oh,
like,
I think
I've talked to players in the NBA.
Injury recovery part of that is where the most of it use is.
And that's where I talk to guys in the league, and they none of them, not a single one of them will say it publicly, and they shouldn't. They, for the majority, believe that they should be able to for that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of dudes that are bonds in this thing.
No.
To just get as big and powerful as possible.
It's recovery.
I think it's the Andy Pettitte route.
It's the and it's not even injury. It's guys that are getting older. Like, man, like, I only got 4 months off in the off season, and in those 4 months, I also have to make sure I stay in shape. I need to get my vacation in.
You see that happening in football more and more prevalent, where guys and
hold on
at the receiver or at the cornerback position are getting popped,
quick.
What it's doing is I'm getting suspended for 5 games, and I've just added 3 more years to my career.
Worth it.
Look at DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins got popped when he was in Arizona. He's still playing in the league. when everyone thought that he was probably on his way out.
If Jacob deGrom has 2 more seasons of Jacob deGrom, he goes to the Hall of Fame.
And it's worth it.
Yeah.
Now, if he gets popped, it's gone anyways.
Then it's gone anyway. But you take the chance.
Again, if you're Jerickson Profar, who just got popped for his second time, what's he doing? I'm only just creating longevity for my career.
Yep, exactly. Because someone's still going to sign me. Because like the NFL, like college football, can you play? Come on down. Web Gem.
See Sorsby, Brendan.
Yep. Web Gems coming up next. Everybody's favorite, 105.1 The Fan.
The biggest.
All right, this is everybody's favorite Web Gems. Do it every single day at 11:45. And we come back from that. The big nooner is next. We'll preview USA Australia as they kick off tomorrow at noon in match day 2. I don't know what they call it in group stage. Because it's match week 1, match day 2, match day 3, and so forth.
Don't they just keep going match days?
Group stage match day 2, like Group H match day 2.
Maybe that's what they do.
Maybe that's what they do.
Just put brackets around it.
So we'll take a peek at USA Australia tomorrow, and then Rob Stone will join the program at 12:15 from Fox. We love chatting with him. I have a feeling we're just going to let him riff about the cool things he's seen, and then we will slide 10 toes down in today at 12:30. A little programming note there, closing arguments to send you on your way. But hey, Danny, did you know that in 2008 the Boston Celtics won the NBA Finals?
Yes.
With the greatest collection of superstars ever to be ensembled? Did you know?
I like a good ensemble.
Did you know that the New York Knicks are probably more legendary than that Boston Celtics 2018? Let's riff on that real quick. How annoying is that going to be? Well, see, here's the best part, though. And we kind of were laughing about this in the break about how obnoxious the Knicks won a title is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Brunson, Hart, Bridges, Cat, OG, maybe Cat a little bit.
Better group.
Those guys are not the loud, boisterous, arrogant Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett.
Oh, see,
Those guys
KG
think-
doesn't bother me. It's more the Paul Pierce, Kendrick Perkinses of the world, and at least Pierce can back up the bona fides. But it's the Celtics fans who we have to hear about it from. It's like no. Like they're atrocious.
Is it because they beat the Lakers?
It's the Celtics, and I feel like you're gonna get this from Knicks fans. Like you're already getting it. Jalen Brunson's a top 20 player of all time. No, he's not, dog. No, he's not.
He's going to go to the Hall of Fame, though.
Oh, he is.
Basketball Hall of Fame cemented that. Well, he's got a natty and
Yeah.
He's got 2 natties in the finals.
Yeah.
I think this team will age better. I'm hoping that we look back in 10 years, say, Danny, we get our old and gray, we're in our 70s and on our porches. Oh, I remember that Knicks team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Knicks are in the finals, and they're about to win for the first time since 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And us old balls go, oh, I liked that 26 team. Remember Cat became really likable,
Mm-hmm.
and Brunson put the team on his shoulder and how happy New York. I hope we go back and look at that.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
No, you think we're going to be
I
like,
think-
oh, God.
I think we already talked about it a little bit while you were out. This Knicks team, in terms of championship teams, is one of the more forgettable teams.
It's the 04 Pistons.
No.
04 Pistons loaded.
Well, no MVP candidates on that squad. Same with this one.
Doesn't matter.
Plus the way
Everybody
that
knows
they
what-
changed the way that you ensemble a team.
Yeah, like they were the first real super team.
Yeah.
You go out and you get Chauncey, you go out and get Rasheed, like you add to that team, and then
Go get Larry Brown.
yeah, that was a nobody's questioning that because you had 5 All-Stars. Ben Wallace is the best defensive player in the game. Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot. Tayshaun was the Swiss Army,
Rip Hamilton.
and then Rasheed.
What do we always say about Rasheed? If Rasheed tried, he'd be the greatest player of all time.
One of the most talented players to ever play the game of basketball, and that is particularly in that era. And not only that team was beloved by everybody outside of LA.
If you were a Knicks fan, would you have gone to the parade today?
I
Looks
mean-
like a disaster.
Oh yeah, did you see the people that got stuck in the subway?
Yes.
They couldn't get out of the subway. I'm not talking about the car, but out of the actual off the
Yeah,
platform.
I saw some
for
guy take a
40 minutes.
video, and they're in the tunnel, in the stairs, and there's no movement.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I saw cops pushing a barrier because there were so many people up against the barrier that they were starting to push it forward. Dude.
Tyler Kolek was walking alongside the barrier, and he got confused for a fan running on the street, and cops damn near tackled him.
Dude, that's a scary, scary place, man.
Yeah. Again,
Something like 10,000 cops there, or was it 100,000 cops?
probably 10,000.
10,000
So
cops.
I think the cop force in New York, I think it's 30,000.
Imagine being a Tyler Kolek on that team. Where
It's
you're
John
just
Stockton in Barcelona in the Dream Team. He was just
Except for
walking the
scarier.
crowd. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about that because those mobs in Spain were crazy. I mean, you were a global icon at that point in time, and John Stockton's just pushing his stroller with his wife,
Because it's not Michael.
Because he's just the most average-looking white dude you've ever seen, which is the same thing that happened to Kolek. I don't hate most Knicks fans. Did you see the full video of the Spurs fan in the Rodman jersey?
Yes.
Getting suckered and then just handing out hands. Just, you want to talk equal opportunity hands.
Bring me the smoke.
That dude was dropping people left, right, and center, and guys were trying to trip him and sucker punch him. Those guys, I was just like, it's the mob mentality stuff.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
some of those Spurs fans know what they're doing. They very much know that if I am about to walk out into this crowd and I'm feeling some type of way, stuff's going to go down.
Oh, no, he was looking for smoke. I'm not defending him, but I was like, it was the guys that were just it's the dumb kids. That's what I'm getting. 'Cause I have a lot of media member friends in New York. Love those guys. Love all of them. They're great dudes. I've spent so many summer leagues with them over the years and gone back and forth and done podcasts and radio shows and TV and a bunch of stuff with them. Love them to death. And I'm so happy for them because it's been 53 years. It's been a long time, dog. It'd be I would hope it'd be the same way if Portland won a title. You know what I mean? But the obnoxiousness, and again, this goes back to my Northeastern hatred. The obnoxiousness of New Yorkers and Bostonians, I just want nothing to do with. You're just gonna hear about it.
And I think
it's the Jalen Brunson's a top 20 player of all time. Stuff. Chill.
It's because you also have people like Markieff Morris out there who are saying that this isn't a real championship.
And that's the thing. It's not. There's no.
How is this not a
asterisks.
real championship?
There's no nonsense. Or you had Vinny Goodwill talking about how it's a participation trophy. Did you catch that clip?
How is the Knicks winning the finals a participation
Oh,
trophy?
he said the last 8 years because we've had 8 different championships. They're just handing out participation trophies now, and I'm just like, that is.
Do we not go through the playoffs? Did we not see what the Knicks did in the playoffs?
I'm sorry. Markieff Morris said that the Thunder were the most talented team in basketball.
Okay, cool.
Still.
I can believe that. I'm okay with that.
You can make that argument.
I don't have a problem with
How
that.
many times
I
have-
might even believe that.
How many times did Kobe and LeBron meet in the finals?
0.
That's the point.
See, I can believe that in fact, I will 10 toes down this early. I think the
You
Thunder,
can make that argument.
Yeah, I think the Thunder are the most talented
Guess
team
what?
top
The
to
Knicks
bottom.
were the best team down the stretch.
Without a doubt. When the games went out there and the games rolled on, do I think the Thunder are in a better spot than the Spurs this second? I do.
How many
But
times?
the Spurs beat them.
How many times as a Super Bowl winner has it been the best team in the league?
Not all the time.
Pretty often, it's not.
No, I think it's a crapshoot when you get there.
That's the point. That's why you play the regular season. That's why you play the playoffs. And again, the Knicks' run was, as far as margin of victory, was historic.
Remind me, how many games were they trailing from the get-go by double-digit points against
All 5.
the Spurs? And how many of those 5 games did they win?
4 of them.
That is not a participation trophy. No. That's winning basketball. And that's why.
And that's the thing is, I don't want to take away from the Knicks because you have idiots out there like who are saying stuff like that. But also, I don't want to give too much to the Knicks because you have idiot Knicks fans who are talking Jalen Brunson's the top 20 player of all time.
That's why I'm
find a balance.
Like, come on, guys! It's like the same thing. Look, I've been going back and forth with people all the last couple of days. You're anti-Tom Dundon. No, I'm not anti-Tom Dundon. I just don't believe that success in the NHL matters in the NBA.
You also don't believe that it's all going to be sunshines and rainbows just because it hasn't been for a decade.
Yes, exactly. It's like there is a spot in the middle. It's not anti-Tom Dundon. It was like, well, he's a successful businessman. So is literally every owner of every sports team on the planet. They're not all good owners. There's no correlation to draw. It doesn't have to be black and white, guys. You don't have to say, oh, the Knicks won a title. They're the best team I've ever seen. You also don't have to say, oh, it's a phony title. It's a participation trophy. You can say the Knicks are really good. They had a historic run. I also think over the last 8 title winners, I don't think that they would beat any of those teams in the finals. That's fine. That's not taking away from them. They're still really good. I just think things lined up for them. They came together at the right time, and they won a title. Awesome.
That's why I'm trying to say I hope when I'm an old man and we look back, like take the Bucks title, for example. Oh, yeah, that was when Giannis got his. I remember that. Giannis was dominant that playoffs. Nikola Jokic, oh, he got one. Jamal Murray played out of his mind and Denver put him over the top. The Knicks, oh, remember how fun that team was? Cat played out of his mind and Brunson put the team on his back.
The Nuggets title is no longer valid because they played a play-in team in Jimmy Butler and absolutely dusted him.
Remember when the Thunder won and SGA was borderline Michael? Remember, like those, that's how I hope to look at the Knicks when they win, or when I think about them in the future. But you're right. If they go full 08 Celtics, it's going to be brutal. I don't think the players will.
No. I don't think any of those guys will. And again, Pierce and Perkins are the ones that are the worst for that team. Rondo, you never hear from. KG's fun, and Ray just mostly chills.
Well, because Ray doesn't like any of them.
Yeah, well,
Because Ray's got championships elsewhere.
yes. But like,
I don't like Ray either, though.
it's because you just don't want to
Easy there on Jesus Shuttlesworth.
He doesn't want to devalue Reggie.
Refuse to devalue the great Reggie Aloysius Miller.
It's fine.
I won't do it. I won't stand for that
That's such
slander.
a great middle name.
I won't stand for that
It is
slander. All right, when we come back, it's the Big Nooner USA Australia. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. 105.1 The Fan.
This is the International Soccer Report, brought to you by Gold PDX on the corner of Southeast Hawthorne and 18th Avenue. Food, spirits, football.
Se levantó Confer, atención que acá mi falta, se puede venir el segundo de Colombia, lo va a tener Lucho, le pegó.
That is Telemundo Colombia, who looked, I thought, fantastic last night, led by their stud Luis Diaz. Plays for Bayern Munich, used to play for Liverpool. Diaz had 2 shots. One hit the post and came back out. The other one hit the post and went back in. He was absolutely phenomenal. Colombia looks great. This International Soccer Report brought to you by Goal PDX. That's GOL PDX out on Hawthorne. Food, spirits, football. Catch every big game there during the world's largest soccer tournament. Goal PDX. Food, spirits, football.
Brad Evans here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. Give Stott a shot. Phillies two-bagger has a matchup worth maximizing against the Mets. Facing lefty Sean Manaea, whose Stott is 4-for-9 against Lifetime, he should round a few bases. Keep in mind, Manaea sports a 5.30 ERA Lifetime against the Phils. Give me the over. Stott 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBI, no matter the juice. Hashtag Team Huevos. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the first round of the U.S. Open Championship at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in New York is officially underway. Rory McIlroy is your current leader as he sits at 3 under through 16. But here are some important scores and tee times for you as Scotty Scheffler, he's getting out to a slow start. He's currently 3 over through 13. Coming up at the Big Nooner, the group of Jason Day, Colin Morikawa, and Aaron Rai will get things going. And coming up at 12:47, the group of Shane Lowry, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, and Xander Schauffele will get the first round of the tournament officially underway. Some World Cup updates for you as we have 4 more group stages matches for you today. Czechia and South Africa, they kicked off earlier this morning as they are all wrapped up with a 1-1 draw. At noon, just moments ago, Bosnia and Switzerland just kicked off. At 3 p.m., our friends to the north in Canada and Qatar will face off. And wrapping up today's slate of games is our brethren to the south as Mexico will face off against South Korea at 6 p.m. Your U.S. men's national team is back in action tomorrow night as they will face off against Australia at noon. Both USA and Australia with 3 points in the Group D stage as the U.S. comes into the match as minus 170 betting favorites. And finally, your Portland Fire picked up a victory last night as they defeated the Seattle Storm 94-89. Bridget Carlton leading the way for the Fire as she posted 24 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks on 7 of 13 shooting from the three-point line. Fire have a few days off, but are back in action on Wednesday, taking on the Chicago Sky for a 2-game road trip. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of the firm.
2 down, 1 to go here. The firm of Harris and Marang. We do this bad boy every single Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thank you for being a part of our day. We are stoked to be a part of your day. After us, it will continue on. Bonus hour of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson from 1 to 3, and then it's prime time. Isaac and Suk from 3 to 7. It starts with Dirt and Sprague every morning at 6. Finishes up 13 hours of live, local, continuous regional sports talk radio right here on Portland Sports Leader, the Fan Sports Network. Rob Stone will join us here in about 10 minutes or so. We'll get his thoughts on the World Cup so far. But tomorrow at noon, tomorrow's Juneteenth. Programming note, no shows here on the Fan Sports Network as Odyssey celebrates the great holiday of Juneteenth, and we'll be taking that day off. But at noon, instead of us, you can watch USA play Australia. And Danny, we talked
USA.
We talked a little bit about this. I thought USA looked absolutely fantastic against Paraguay. Those concerns about the back line and the defense, I didn't really see. I think what you saw was a really dangerous attacking front. And you saw substitutes that did well when they came in, and you saw a level of intensity that I was afraid that we weren't going to see from USA. Now, the question is can they continue that against an Australia team who, for my money, they played Turkey in their first game, and they beat them 2-0. Turkey dominated possession of that game. Australia was able to capitalize on a couple moments where Turkey had turned the ball over and then Australia got goals out of it, which was awesome for them. And that was a really cool scene to see late night in Vancouver with all the Socceroos freaking out. America has to play a little tighter than they did against Paraguay because I do think the offensive attack for Australia is a little bit better. Mm-hmm. The question is, does Christian go?
That's what I want to talk to Rob about.
He's got the calf, and what do you think of instantly when someone says he's battling with the calf?
No.
Don't do it.
Did you see the clip that circulated? I think it was at halftime because Pulisic got pulled at the 50th.
Yeah, he got pulled early
because it was preemptive. Mm-hmm. Did you see they had Paraguay was basically giving him the Luka Doncic treatment, double teaming him every single every time he got the ball on the left wing. Mm-hmm. They sent a second defender at him. And the number of times that he took them on and beat them, it was just over and over. Like, I don't care if he didn't register a point, not a goal, not an assist. His threat was so off the charts. The fact that he was drawing two every single time he attacked, it opened up everything.
He's the reason Balogun had 2 goals.
I mean, he opened up everything. Everything. Like, that was one of the most dominant displays of attacking and putting pressure. We talk about gravity, or at least I talk about gravity in basketball all the time. The amount of gravity Christian had in that game was off the charts.
And I think because of that, you maybe get a little lucky that Australia is most likely the worst team in the group, which is funny to say because they have 3 points. Mm-hmm. But like on a paper FIFA ranking, sure, they're far down the list. They've got 2 goals in them. They're believing. They're playing with house money right now. They're right now odds-on favorite to advance out of the group. You know, they'll play America, and the winner of this game will win the group. Skyrocket and win the group, and they will book their ticket into the knockout round. Now, if USA wins tomorrow and books their ticket, it'll be the fastest they've booked their ticket to the next round. So you're knocking on a little bit of history with America.
What I wonder there is, do they get not complacent, but do they go, let's play some depth?
See, and that's what I wonder too about this game as well. I have to believe Christian will go, but I think he'll be on a short leash. And if he is on a short leash, there's 2 guys in the midfield they're going to have to step up and create. Weston McKennie, I'm looking at you, and probably Gio's going to have to come off the bench and make a pretty sizable contribution, which he had a banger of a goal in the first game. It's later on, it's in stoppage time, but it was a banger of a goal. That's the Gio we want to see, we just haven't seen. You know, look at you, Jedi. I want you to come up, Anthony Robinson, and be very good. You're in a good spot here, America, and I think it behooves you to continue that momentum and continue pushing, because if you do beat Australia, Christian doesn't play against Turkey.
Did you see what came out, what Pochettino basically said about this team?
I did.
Basically called them a bunch of bitches.
And I saw some comments he made about the MLS as well. And I'll tell you, we talked with Taylor Twellman about this a little bit. The idea, America has tried to decide if they want to play American-style football, which would be an MLS manager, or the global style of football, which is Jurgen Klinsmann, Mauricio Pochettino.
And being aggressive.
And Jurgen got a lot of flack for saying the MLS isn't great. And then they went Berhalter, who, in my opinion, really underdelivered, but Bruce Arena was great.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob Bradley was solid. So it's tough to know. I don't think the Federation is very happy with Pochettino saying that stuff, but he also gets to do whatever he wants.
All the players, they're behind him.
Yeah.
They're all like, he got us ready.
Mm-hmm.
He got our mentality right. He got our attitude right. He got us playing the way that we need to play. Like, those are the soft skill things. Like, Poch basically went in there and was like, I don't care. I don't care who you are. There's like, he looks around the room, there's 3 of you. There's 3 of you I know are dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to play in leagues where you're being relied on at the highest of levels. Everybody else, you got a lot to prove because you play in a league where there is no recourse. You lose for 3 straight months. What happens? Your coach gets fired? What happens to you? Where's the pressure on you? And I think he's applied a level of pressure to where it can backfire. It can 100% backfire, but it can also be that thing that, it's a dumb cliche, but turns coal into diamonds.
Well, I think it was Matt Freese who got the goaltender nod in the Paraguay game. I think he was trying to do something, and Pochettino was like, "You knock that off.
Mm-hmm.
Do what I tell you to do." Kind of like, all right, a little boss bitch back there. I kind of like it. Yeah. I'm kind of in on that.
I mean, look, Poch is a great manager, man.
He really is, and for all accounts that have been reporting this, he's most likely done for USA at the end of this. And if he puts USA in a good spot, that's going to be a really desirable job. And if he does, get this team to the round of 16, which I think is best case, worst case scenario. I mean, best case scenario is moving on as far as you can. But round of 16, I think is a very comparable ceiling and floor.
Yep.
I think this team better get to the round of 16. And if they get knocked out, I got no issue with that.
If you advance beyond that...
Because right now, I think you're still slated to play Argentina in the round of 16.
Let's see what happens with these group play results.
And Lionel's been pretty good.
Turns out he's still got it.
Let's bring in the professional himself, Rob Stone. We'll jump in on the phone with him next, talking a little World Cup and some USA. 105.1 The Fan. All right, we last chatted with him back in Baltimore for Army-Navy. That was a little more college football heavy. But Rob Stone from Fox Soccer, who's been all over the place for the World Cup, and you college football fans know him from the Big Nooner during college football. We bring in Rob Stone. I tell my wife, when I grow up, I want to be Rob Stone. You're my new hero, buddy. How are you?
Why in the world would I be your new hero? Why I need an explanation for that.
Because we are silly men who just want to watch soccer, football, whatever it is, and laugh and dance. I've been watching you on the coverage. Yeah. I just want to start here, Rob. Be a kid for a moment. Don't be a broadcaster. Be a kid.
Yeah.
What are you loving about this World Cup so far?
I'm loving, probably the big three would be the stars, have really shined outside of Ronaldo. They've given us these great moments. I love how clear it is in the importance level to these people, whether it's fans or the players, particularly to the minnows, the Curaçaos and the Cape Verdes, the script writers for the World Cup, they work overtime. They earn their paycheck because they come up with great stuff, and it just grabs you and it pulls you in. And, I love seeing people become fans of the sport because of this tournament. And then probably the last thing is I've enjoyed the hell out of social media and all these foreigners who've never traveled to the United States and taking in the things that we take for granted. And, it just makes me smile. Chips and salsa just keep showing up. I'm like, yeah, give it to me. Free refills. What's a big gulp? Ranch dressing. All the stupid stuff that we just take for granted as part of being Americans, and they're enjoying it for the first time ever and just, losing it over ice, unlimited supply of ice. My European friends don't understand ice. I work with Clarence Seedorf, Dutch International, and we had dinner the other night. And, you sit down and everybody, the waitress is so nice, gives you a glass of water. And I look and I see him do the little movements, and he's very polite and nice. I'm like, Clarence, what happened to your water? She comes back. She gave him a glass of water with no ice. He didn't want any ice in his water. And I'm like, Clarence, give me all your ice. I'm American. I can't get enough of your ice. Just next time you get an ice water, just give me the ice water. I'll take the ice out of it. You can have your own water. So it's been a treat. And what are we, 8 days in? And the U.S. has got game number 2 tomorrow. This rocket ship is just getting going.
Rob, when I look at, you say Team USA tomorrow, and I want to talk about so many other things around that match, but whether or not Christian Pulisic can go seems to dictate so much. He was such an unbelievable threat on the wing against Paraguay. The double teams that he was seeing over and over and over again, and how much gravity he had. If for whatever reason the calf is just not good enough and he can't go, when you look at Team USA, what do they do to try to replicate that kind of threat, or where do they look to try to alleviate the lack of pressure on that wing?
Yeah, it's not a like for like, right? There's only one Christian Pulisic. I brought that up. I'm doing a podcast this World Cup with former U.S. coaches Barry Berhalter and Bob Bradley and Bruce Arena, and Bruce jumped on me. He's like, "There's no like for like, Rob." I'm like, "I didn't say there was," but he made it. He wanted to make it clear that there's only one Christian Pulisic on this team. And to your point, it was his 1v1 attacking mentality and approach to success rate that really helped the United States in that opener versus Paraguay. So, do they have people who can do that? Yes, but at that rate, I don't know. I think a Timmy Weah off the bench has that. Obviously, speed helps. Sorry, they're going through a audio check here. Gio Reyna, who was a guy that, a lot of folks didn't think was even going to make the roster, and then he comes on and scores this great goal, and now there's thoughts that maybe he gets into the starting 11 if Pulisic can't go. We don't know that yet. It is interesting to me that, if you haven't gone through a full training session, are you ready to go for a World Cup game? Most would say no, but I think there's definitely those special players on every team that, hey man, just tell me an hour out, you good or not, right? Can you give me 90? Can you give me 60, 45? Where are you? Even without having had full training all week. But you're right. It's a big concern if Christian Pulisic can't go. Last time U.S. met Australia in a tune-up, Australia went after him hard. He exited in the first half with an injury from a hard challenge. So even if he is good enough to go, Australia, they already know who they're going after early and often.
He's Rob Stone, Fox Soccer, and the Big Nooner for college football. And Rob, I want to stick with USA for a second and move to Mauricio Pochettino, who's been pretty open and honest in conversations, had some comments about the MLS and kind of pushing this American team to be a little more aggressive, a little more arrogant. And my biggest concern was maybe a little lack of intensity, but he seems to have got this team bought in. What is it about Poch that has made this USA team so far in one game seem to really put the pedal to the metal?
I think he's finally kind of figured out who we are as Americans. That's it's part of the reason why very few national teams have quote unquote foreigners as their head coach. No foreign head coach has ever won the World Cup. So, when Brazil's winning it, they're winning it with Brazilian managers. When Italy's winning it, they're winning it with Italian managers, because those managers, they're head coaches, but they're managers. They manage the people. They understand the climate. They understand the DNA of what it is to be from that country. So I think it was a learning curve for Pochettino to figure out what America is and what my American players are. And I think he finally figured it out. And I think it was more like suffering with them, to be honest with you. I flash back to last summer's Gold Cup, and the last two games the U.S. played were in St. Louis and Houston, and they were the road team. And that's BS. And he could not understand it. He's like, when I played for the Argentinian national team, if we're in Buenos Aires, we are the home team. It doesn't matter where we are in Argentina. We are the home team. And I think he really felt for his players that, how do you not have your nation behind you? How is this happening? Well, he felt it. He felt it in L.A. He's going to feel it in Seattle tomorrow as well. They felt it in the two tune-up games in Charlotte and Chicago before. And I think he's figured out, like, oh, this is what it is. This is the situation that these young players have been in for a long, long time. And now he's seeing and feeling that a nation is behind them, and he is tapping into it, and wisely and timely as well as he should be, and the players are feeling it as well. Again, a great start helps a lot, right? Can you imagine if things didn't go well against Paraguay? We'd have been spent the last week, wringing our hands and what is wrong with American soccer, and here we go again, and why can't we figure it out? Well, right now at least we're not having those conversations, and Pochettino has kind of figured out the pulse of his team and tapped into what I think motivates them. A little challenge, a little like stick your chest out, lead with your heart. And I think that's when America, no matter what we do, whether it's politics or sports, that's when we're at our best.
Rob, it's almost like you do this for a living, because it's a great segue for the question that I want to ask you here is, Poch is obviously very, very, very likely going to go manage somewhere else. And I don't want to get caught up in the hyperbole of just one match, but stylistically, in my lifetime, that was some of the most aggressive attacking play that we've seen from Team USA in the modern era. Is there enough there to be able to take what he has done and have that become more of an identity for this program going forward? Or do we need to see this more and more and more through this tournament alone to be able to say that?
I think at a minimum, you have to have this. And I think that's something that the American soccer fan and Pochettino has been trying to find for the last year and a half. Like, it's been a bit apathetic, I'll be honest with you. The U.S. hasn't had great results, and, Pulisic not playing for the Gold Cup last summer. And, it's just been more negatives than positives out there. And now I feel like there is this uptick of emotion and energy. And, when a lot of us first became fans of the U.S. men's national team, it was because we were the underdog. We were the Miracle on Ice equivalent, like a bunch of college kids or guys who don't have a lot of pro experience, but god dang, they are going to fight. They are going to scrap. They're going to throw their body in front of the ball. They're going to do everything they humanly can with their God-given ability to try and get a result for the U.S. And the fans appreciated it. The media appreciated it. I feel like there was a stretch where we kind of got away from that. Maybe we got a little arrogant, or maybe a little over our skis a little bit, and just how good we are. I think we've come back to, like, hey, this is who we are. This is our DNA. We need to do these things. Blue collar, hard, fight, aggressive, energetic. That is a baseline, right? That is a baseline mandatory elements that we have to have as a team. And now we can start building on it with, let's do some more 1v1 attacks, right? Let's be faster down the wings. Let's be smarter with how we play it out of the back. So again, we're still growing as a soccer country, and I think this summer has the opportunity to take huge steps. But to your point, this is it's not going to be enough, but it's going to be enough to get us at least to the round of 32 and get us into conversations that we can have with bigger countries and give us the opportunity to pull something on a counterattack, or to actually show a Belgium or a Germany, hey guys, we can play with you, right? But at some point, and I keep writing this down in my notes every day for the U.S. I'm like, we have to beat a big boy. At some point, we have to beat a big boy. No offense, Paraguay, Australia, Turkey, you're not big boys. We need to take care of you, but we have to beat a big boy. And at some point this summer, we are going to see a big boy, probably in the round of 16, should we get that far.
Rob, let's take a step away from USA real quick. I do some local stuff for the Timbers with Apple TV's Jake Sivan, and he sees Leo Messi frequently in the MLS. You were at the World Cup now. Is this man really going to do this again? Had a hat trick in his first game and has just reminded the world that he is the great Lionel Messi?
I was literally just having this conversation because I was at that game in Kansas City, and where our studio was inside the stadium, we kind of had a perch and we could just stay there and watch the game. And I don't allow it. It's funny to your point that you guys made when you brought me on the show. You're like, hey man, don't be a broadcaster. Don't give me your notes and your tie and your hair and your makeup, right? Like, give me fan. And I lost myself in that Argentina game. I found myself literally just kind of my head in my hands, staring at the field and following number 10 and celebrating his goals. The old statement, like, there's no cheering in the press box. Screw it. I'm cheering. It's Lionel Messi. You're like, this is a legend. This is an icon. This is a godlike human. And I get to be in the same building with him and see him drop his first ever World Cup hat trick, see him tie for the all-time, World Cup goal scoring list, see this guy still doing it just days shy of becoming 39. I got lost, and we were having conversations about this game, and everything was going to be about Messi. And it was really hard to describe it. It was really hard to put it in words. And I wasn't the only one. I was listening to Thierry Henry the next day, and he was admittedly struggling with how to put what he is doing and has done in perspective. The easiest thing, I think, is just to watch it and feel it and respect it and just be happy that you were around to witness something like that. I think the closest American sporting parallel is Jordan. I still regret it to this day that I never got to see Jordan play live. And I think that would be a similar type feeling of just, I'm somehow in this guy's circle. I'm within 100 yards of this guy. I'm within, 20 yards of Jordan on the court, and just feeling what he brings to every atmosphere and to every game, and the respect he has from everyone. That's officials, fans, opposition, the security people. Like, they know they're around greatness, and that's something that Messi has, and not many of us do.
We'll get you out of here on this real quick. Everybody loves to answer these questions and ask them, of the big boys, who has impressed you the most, and of the non-big boys, who has impressed you the most? Is it a Norway, Colombia, one of those teams? And give me a big boy that you've loved so far.
Yeah, I felt South American teams would do well. I was hoping a little bit more early on from Colombia and Ecuador. Argentina certainly showed that they are here to win it all and defend their crown. The little guys, what Cape Verde was able to do in Spain, that tiny nation will never forget that. I'm so happy for them. That goalkeeper and his social media following, the fact his mom's going to be able to get over here now and see her son play. The beauty of this thing is, like, every day there's something new, right? It's a great geography lesson. It's a great life lesson. I'm watching Bosnia-Herzegovina and Switzerland right now. Like, they're going to give me something that I'm going to be talking about later today. South Africa, I'm so happy that they were able to get a penalty kick earlier today to tie it up and get a point and continue kind of their World Cup journey, have a chance to get out of the group stage. Every day provides something new. In my deepest heart, I'm an underdog fan, so I like to see these underdogs, and the U.S. is an underdog. They may not be an underdog tomorrow here in Seattle against Australia, but they are an underdog big picture-wise for this Gold Cup, and man, I'd love to see them pull off a little miracle on ice a la 1980 this summer.
He's Rob Stone. You can catch him on Fox throughout this entire World Cup, bud. Keep up the great work. We'll catch up with you down the line, and remember, it's okay to be a kid and be a fan again.
Yeah, absolutely. I remind myself that every day this summer. Thanks, guys.
Yep, take care.
Thanks, Rob.
That is Rob Stone, Fox Soccer. He is everywhere. I've been texting with him the last few days. He was in Dallas, Kansas City, Seattle, L.A. He is all over the place, just having the time of his life.
Didn't get stuck on a plane like Landon Donovan or Ian Dark, though.
Did not. That is a scary thing.
Brother.
Hey, let's get into 10 Toes Down. It is a Thursday. We'll do that next. That's Casey over there with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, a great spot for any occasion. And don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan, the first round of the U.S. Open Championship at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in New York is officially underway. Rory McIlroy is your current leader as he is 3 under through 17. But here are some important scores and times for you as Scotty Scheffler, he's getting out to a slow start. He is 3 over through 15. The group of Jason Day, Colin Morikawa, Aaron Rai are just about to tee off. And coming up at 12:47, the group of Shane Lowry, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, and Xander Schauffele will get the first round of the tournament fully underway. Some World Cup updates for you as we had four more group stage matches for you today. Czechia and South Africa kicked off early this morning as that match ended in a 1-1 draw. Switzerland and Bosnia kicked off moments ago as they are in the 28th minute, tied at 0-0. And at 3 p.m., our friends in the north in Canada and Qatar will face off. And wrapping up today's slate of games is our brethren to the south as Mexico will face off against South Korea at 6 p.m. Your U.S. men's national team is back in action tomorrow night as they will face off against Australia at noon. Both USA and Australia with 3 points in the Group D stage as the U.S. comes into the match as -170 betting favorites. And finally, your Portland Fire picked up the victory at home last night as they defeated the Seattle Storm 94-89. Bridget Carlton leading the way for the Fire as she posted 24 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks on 7 of 13 shooting from the three-point line. Fire have a few days off but are back in action on Wednesday taking on the Chicago Sky for a 2-game road trip. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Laura Cates from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube.
A little hyphenated edition of 10 Toes Down. I couldn't miss the opportunity to talk to Rob Stowe. Maybe we'll react to some of the stuff he says in closing arguments and finish up to send you on your way. But it's 10 Toes Down every Thursday, 12:15, today 12:30. Questions you ask us that Danny and I have to unequivocally answer. No fence-sitting, no wishy-washy, no vacillating. Just getting right to it. And let's dive right in it since we're on a shorter leash here today, Danny. 10 Toes Down. The Pacers beat the Pistons if it's not for the malice in the palace.
I'll say no.
It's a tough one. I will also say no, and mostly because Reggie had a broken hand that year that might have healed in time for him to shoot. But when you're a shooter like that, I can't remember if it was his right or his left.
You can make the argument, and I'm not mad at you. I disagree.
That Pacers team was really good. Ron, Steven Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal, Reggie.
It's a really good team.
Is Jalen Rose still playing point guard for them? I don't think so. I think he's gone by then.
I think he is on that team.
What is that, 2004? 2004 Pacers roster. Give it to me. It's 03-04. 03-04.
He's in Chicago.
Rick Carlisle, Jamal Tinsley, Al Harrington.
Yeah. It's a really good team.
That is a really good team. I'll take that Pistons team. There was just something so collective, and that's why I think they're a good comp to the Knicks.
There is a little bit of a correlation between the two.
Both things can be true, right? Both things
can be true.
Yes, that while the Knicks play very differently than the Pistons did, there is a lot of very much team aspiration, team of destiny rolling together at the right point.
Guess what, guys? Both things can be true.
Both things.
The Pistons and the Pacers were really good.
We'll stick in basketball here.
This is where if you had the only Dans, you would get the behind the scenes of me losing my mind about Blazers fans, just wanting to accept nothing but good things and la 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 about anything negative. Both things can be true. It's okay.
Look, I texted you. I was very glad not to be here when Thiago signed with the Bulls. I was like, I don't have it in me today.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, I was also like having a Mai Tai in Malibu, so I was like, I'm good.
But it's like. You can both look at one thing one way and go, yeah, that's true, but also go, you know what? This is also true too, and I don't actually have to draw a line in the sand and ignore the good things and say only bad, or ignore the bad things and say only good.
10 Toes Down, this Giannis stuff has been exhausting and gives me Dame PTSD. Also, Miami is not getting Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
I'll 10 Toes Down on both of it. Yeah. Yes. I am also exhausted by it. I'm more exhausted by it. And it's a fundamental thing that, Sprague talks about this a lot on Dirt and Sprague, and he's my, if it's not you, he's my other go-to NBA guy. And you guys both agree it's the most exhausting thing about the NBA is the media and how it's never about basketball. It's only about what the Knicks winning a title means for basketball, not how they're playing basketball.
How did they win
and
the title?
How they won it and how their roster was constructed. It's that's why we're exhausted. That's
what we spent 2 days doing while you were gone.
The NBA does a great job of hyping up non-stories.
They do, but they do it to a point that if they added the game itself, then it would be perfect. But it's just non-stories hyping. And I think that's what makes it tough. I also don't think Miami is getting Giannis.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they have.
Miami doesn't have anyone that Milwaukee would want.
They don't have it.
I had somebody who's very plugged in text me about a tweet that I had a couple days ago, and he was like, look, man, I 100% get what you're saying, because I said something about, like, I don't think John Horst is going to fall on that sword and just take that offer.
No.
Because it's career seppuku. But
because then you get to put the bag in front of Giannis and say, you taking this bag?
But the flip side of it was like, he's like, everything that I have heard, everything that's being said is that ownership wants this done. So they might just swallow their pride and take the Miami offer. But here's the thing. When this was Portland and Miami, I had a direct one-to-one, multiple sources saying, absolutely not. And so I could stand on 10 toes and go, it's not happening. Fully, wholly, I have this from on high. It's not happening. I don't have that with Milwaukee. I have guys that I know there that are adjacent to rooms.
Sure.
But they're not in rooms. Like, that's the difference. And so I very strongly believe that it won't happen. But I've had enough people that I trust that say, Horse has been extended. Ownership is not going to get rid of him. He can't Nico Harrison it. But if the legitimate best offer that's out there is Miami's, they might just take it. But I have more than a grain or kernel of thought that some people are just buying that Miami will eventually do it. And that little thing is certainly out there. I'm not going to fight against that. But 10 toes, I don't think he goes to Miami.
Somebody puts a gun to your head, says that you have to run a mile in under a certain amount of time or you die. What's the least amount of time they could give you where you would at least attempt it rather than just accepting your fate and not dying covered in sweat?
7.
I'd say 7.
7.
7 right now. If my literal life is on the line, I could do it. I would black out and I would throw up violently, but I could do it.
15.
15. You'd be better than 15.
But I mean, that's...
you could probably walk in 11.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I'll say 10.
That's a super fast walk.
Then I'll say 10.
Yeah.
10 minutes? God, I'm scared now. It's not very 10 toes of me. Now I'm kind of scared. 10 minutes?
Like Tiff and I...
Look, I don't think you guys really, truly understand my disdain for running.
No, I get it.
Okay.
Give me a bike. I'm cooking.
Bike, done.
Oh, yeah.
Bike.
I'd go for a long time.
I like riding a bike. I got no problem with that.
But like Tiff and I, we go for a 3+ mile walk every day, and it's usually like a 17-minute pace, which is decent. Nothing crazy. It's, faster than strolling,
But that's a leisurely walk. That's not like I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, no. But again, like I said, I think probably 12. 12 is probably about as fast as you could speed walk it. But like the only issue I'd have is like, would my hips hold up over that much stress over that period of time? Like actually, like, because I know I can sprint.
You got 45 seconds and you're a block from the finish line, and Danny's just army crawling his way there because his hips have completely gone.
Just giving out. Like that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Lastly, because we are food losers here, 10 toes, would you rather have food cart or the equivalent in a sit-down restaurant? So it's like menu items are the same, ingredients equivalent, price equivalent, but you're sitting down with a server or you're going to a cart.
Well, it depends on what the seating is at the cart.
I'm sure there's like outdoor picnic tables.
If as long as it's like at least seating and the weather plays factor. If we're talking like it's a great day, it's food cart.
It's so funny. I'm food cart all the way too because I feel like the idea of it coming from a food cart makes me think it's more authentic.
I think I'm server. I'm definitely.
You want the server?
I'm definitely server.
I mean, there's a huge aspect to it of getting a server.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But the thing about the food truck, especially of course my head went one of Mexican or Thai food.
Without a doubt, I went tacos instantly.
Yeah. The access to the hot sauce bottle. I've got direct access then because
at the food cart.
Yeah, at the food cart, and it's again no shame, no shade at Cholula or any of the store bought brands or anything like that. But when you got that good food cart red sauce,
and that sits in the
metal, bucket of ice,
in the metal bucket.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's got the tip cut, off basically, and you can let it flow. Yeah, I said it. But you can like there's no like sauce packets or trying to shake it out. It's like you get what you want. You have the limes and you've got everything right there. That's the thing, man. When you get a food cart that has all the fixins too, like you get a good hot dog food cart and it's got everything. There's something about having the unfettered access to the accoutrements to the.
Such a great word.
It is a great word, but like all of the surrounding assets, the food cart just I like the vibes better.
They got me all wet.
That's 10 Toes Down. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. We come back, closing arguments to send you on your way. 105.1 The Fan.
The new
That's going to do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Less Skin Law. Visit lessskinlaw.com for more information. Scheduling reminder, we are off tomorrow in celebration of Juneteenth. Happy to celebrate that. Also, not a bad time to take a day off, a little Friday off. USA plays Australia at noon, so my butt be glued to that.
Maybe it's a good time to tell you I'm taking Monday off now.
And then next week we'll have the Fan Golf Classic on Tuesday. So apologies to you P1s out there. No shows on Friday or Tuesday.
Feeling a little tough on Monday. I might have to.
I tweaked something.
I do. I should
black
have told you this off air. I do have to adjust the week that I'm taking off in July.
That's all right,
so
Dean.
It's gonna go a little later.
I don't care. You let me know. I'm gonna go see if Joe Fish will sit in with me.
There you go.
Or I'll just suck it up and do it by myself.
Fun times.
Dude, solo dolo is tough, man.
Especially in the summer.
It's tough, dude.
I wasn't digging because I had
reaching
some stuff.
is what we were doing.
I had some stuff that I was pocketing because knowing that was coming, some higher level, like taking a look at type stuff. But thankfully, we do have the World Cup to sprinkle some things in, and people continue to be very dumb about things. So there's always that to go through.
Oh, and you will either love me. If I were to do a solo show today, you would either love me or absolutely despise me because I've got 4 segments for you. Portugal, Congo.
Soccer and baseball.
Uzbekistan, Colombia. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama, all get their own segments. That is an hour of 4 games just from yesterday.
I've got notes.
Soccer bro out there was like, hell yeah, Harris. And everybody's like, and we're out of here.
And then coming up in the big nooner, the game that just kicked off.
Yes. Giving you live play-by-play of Switzerland and Bosnia-Herzegovina.
It's okay. The other day, I'm so anti-Dundon that I spent an entire segment talking about how Dundon can pull out of all of the things that have been sideways.
I'm sure that was good.
Be like redemptive.
Yeah.
But I hate the guy. I hate the guy so much. I want him to fail.
To follow tradition here, some pitching matchups you get today in Major League Baseball. 3 games on right now. Trey Savage is against Sonny Gray. That's Toronto, Boston. Both of them are pitching really well. Or high volume names. I haven't seen how they've been of late. Parker Messick for Cleveland. If you haven't seen him, he's been great. They're taking on Milwaukee right now. Minnesota, Texas, Joe Ryan, Jack Leiter. That's a nice matchup there. Seattle's going to throw Brian Wu tonight. And the nightcap. Angels, A's. I know that is always like garbage. Nobody wants to watch. Jose Soriano's been a nice name for the Angels so far this year. And Gage Jump. Yes, that is his name. Gage Jump.
That sounds like an Xbox video game character from like 2003.
Uppercase X, lowercase X, underscore 4206969.
I'm not talking gamer tag. I'm talking about like
a Ratchet and Clank character.
Yes, that is like
Ratchet, Clank, and
Gage Jump, and it's a very specific time period. It's like 2003 to 2006. Like that is like some writer developer was like, I've got this great character name,
and it only came out on PlayStation.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's an exclusive title. Like that's exactly what it is.
And he has the ultimate jump move, but it's like a weird timing of hitting the A button twice.
And he doesn't use his legs, he uses his hands.
Like, do you remember how hard it was to learn the triple jump in Super Mario 64? Like, it was this timing thing that you had to figure out. Once you got it, you got it.
It's fine.
But it was kind of challenging to first learn that. That's Gage Jump. Anyway, he's been really good for the A's so far. Just a young kid kind of under the radar.
It's fun.
Anything else we miss?
Rick Bunsen not saying Jalen Brunson's the best Nick of all time. That's a fun one.
He didn't say it.
Patrick Ewing.
Oh, yeah. It's Ewing.
Yeah, he said, like, Ewing did it for 15 years. Jalen's done it for 4. Like,
yeah.
Of all of the times that you could have been like, it's my kid. He won a title. What do you mean, dog? He was like, nah, man, it's Ewing. Like, that's hilarious and awesome, but also it's like, Jalen's got to be really, like, screw me? Like, you couldn't guess
Screw
me?
you, Dad.
Yeah, like.
I'm telling Mom.
Really?
Have you guys heard the Tim Payne song?
Mm-mm.
Well, New Zealand defender Tim Payne, he was called the most unnotable player in the entire World Cup. Well, fans did not like that. Now his followers have gone from 5,000 to over 5 million.
Oh, God.
I love it.
That's even more than the Cape Verde
and he's got
IG followers.
He's got an entire song that I can play for you.
Oh, hit it.
This is amazing.
Speaking of food trucks.
And he's from New Zealand, too. That's the best part.
Yes, no,
He speaks perfect English.
Get this into the rotator, bro.
If this isn't blaring out of the back of my food truck, I don't want to be involved.
No.
Like when I pull up in the parking lot and I just hear this coming out of the back kitchen, I know my food is about to slap.
No pain, no gain.
Oh, that's so good.
That is absolutely amazing.
And now we're going to find out it was made with AI.
I'm sure it was.
Love that.
That's amazing. That needs to go in the bump back rotator instantly. You do.
That's not tsunami, but
wow,
that's good.
I mean, nothing really
I'm
is. Let's see. Canada is going to take on Qatar at 3:00. Canada really needs a big bounce back game. Huge game tonight. Mexico, South Korea. Tune that on real quick on this last thing on the Knicks that I wanted to run by you, Danny. Jalen Brunson on like their Mount Rushmore.
Oh God, yes. It's Ewing, Brunson, Frazier,
Willis Reed.
I was going to say Reed. It's probably Reed.
It's probably Willis Reed.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably their Mount Rushmore now.
Carmelo. You missed Carmelo.
Definitely not. That's honestly, if you want to talk about probably one of the biggest saving graces of Jalen Brunson winning a title, is I don't have to hear about Carmelo at all.
He just disappears now. No. Interesting. No more Carmelo Anthony. He's dead. R.I.P.
He is so far removed from the pantheon now that it's like, you know what? I'm back. I'm back, Knicks. I'm back. Great job.
Melo just
best title
around.
in 30 years.
Yuck.
Carmelo Anthony's the 6th best Knick on this Knicks team right
now.
Love it. Closing arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the other side. For Danny Marang, that's Casey Smith. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.